All right, all right, all right. There's my notes. Oh, I didn't even check to see if we are live on various. Hello. Are we? Have you
Yeah.
looked up? Are we live on Facebook? I know we're live on YouTube. So, oops, that's not it. All right. Well, anyways, whether or not I will keep checking whether we are live or not. Oh, and there we are. Folks, welcome to episode 42 of Fright Lounge, the show in which the best horrorologists in town will discuss horror media in depth, and as for the seasoned horror viewers, as well as getting newbies into the genre. You know, the kind of people that we're talking about tonight who need a gateway film to get them into movies, and that's going to be our topic tonight. So first, let me introduce my co-hosts. Joining me, as always, is the man who keeps silver bullets in his glove box just in case. Bill Van Ryn from Groovy Doom and Driving Asylum. Welcome, Bill.
Hello.
I thought you were Paul Nashi for a second there.
So did I. I aspire to be Paul Nashi. If I could be just like Paul Nashi, my life would be so much better.
Oh my God, wouldn't all of our lives be better if we were all like Paul Nashi? And also joining us is a guy who still checks his basement door just in case the movie title was a warning. Owen O'Donnell. Welcome, Owen.
Nice to see you.
All right, all right. So, folks, Dantes was not able to make it with us tonight, so we're going to hold down the fort because we are going to have some major fun with a major lineup. But before we do that, Bill, why don't you tell the folks where they can find you online?
Oh, Facebook under the name Groovy Doom. And also on Etsy, I sell a fanzine called Drive-In Asylum. My Etsy shop is also called Groovy Doom. You can check me out on YouTube under the same name. I co-host a weekly live stream with Sam Panico. And there's all sorts of other weird shit I put up on that YouTube channel. So go check it out.
Awesome, awesome. All right, folks, as I mentioned tonight, we are going to be discussing four movies that would be considered gateway horror films, which are films that basically they're good for introducing someone to the horror genre. Maybe they don't know, or maybe they think, oh, horror movies are so gross and gory. And it's like, well, no, they're not all gory. There are different kinds of horror movies out there. So we're going to talk about some films that you can show those people or the youngsters in your life too. We're going to have The Monster Squad from 1987. The Lost Boys, also from 87. Don't Look in the Basement, also known as The Forgotten, and a couple of other titles from 1973. And finally, we're going to talk about Shaun of the Dead from 2004. And folks, I just want to point out if you're watching us on our Facebook Fright Lounge page or on our Jupiter Media YouTube channel, please chime in, leave us some comments throughout the show. We'll try and get to them as best we can. And also, specifically this month, tell us two things. Tell us what gateway horror film you would show someone, or maybe you have shown someone. And also, what's a good Halloween movie that you like to watch around this time of year? I know everybody sort of has their own favorites, and I think we did that last year, right, Bill? That we talked
Yeah, we
about
did.
movies. Yeah.
Lots of good
So
suggestions.
yeah, awesome, awesome. So and just to let you guys know too, I showed all these movies except for Don't Look in the Basement, to my 9-year-old grandson, and he loved them all. Even though he was kind of scared through them, but I get some funny story about Monster Squad. So, anyways, let's get right into it. I'm going to start with Monster Squad. I'll read the synopsis here. Not to be confused with the Fred Grandy show, of course, of the same name from the 1970s, which is available on Prime, actually, I think. Do you remember, you guys remember the Monster Squad show?
Yes.
Yeah,
Barely.
Yeah. I actually remember that more than the movie for many years until I was introduced to the movie a few years back, you know. Yeah.
that's awesome. Yeah, I remember that show vividly from when I was a kid. I used to love that show. Fred Grandy he was like this curator at a museum by day, and then at night he'd run down and he'd press a button on the coffin and a computer would flip out of it and
What year
Frankenstein
was
Dracula and the
this?
Wolfman. This was like
Ooh,
74, 75.
all right.
Wow.
It was around like before like the kids from Caper and Captain Cool and the Kongs. It was a little bit before that, I think.
I do not. This totally is not on my radar.
Oh
I would have
man.
been a little too young because I was 4 years old. Uh,
Yeah.
but I mean, I know I was watching shit at that age, and I would have loved to have been watching that. I loved anything with monsters.
Yeah. And it was funny because I remembered seeing Fred Grandy on the Love Boat later, going, "Wait a minute, that's the guy from the Monster Squad."
That's where you knew him from.
Yeah. All right. So the synopsis is as follows. When a centuries-old evil shows up in small-town America with Dracula at the wheel, it's not the army or the cops who step up. It's a squad of horror-obsessed kids with way too much attitude and just enough courage. Wolfmen howl, mummies lurk, gillmen flop around like a creature from the discount lagoon, and Frankenstein gets his close-up. The town has no idea how close it is to an undead takeover, but this crew of misfits treats it like Saturday night adventure hour. It's a fast, funny, monster-loving love letter to classic Universal horror movies, the kind that reminds you why kids on BMX bikes once saved the world on the regular. All right, folks. So first impressions. Owen, why don't you go first? When did you first see this?
I believe I did see it very young, many years ago, but don't remember it. I was probably about, I don't know, 7 or 8 years old, at a cousin's house. 'Cause I vaguely remember some scenes, but I watched it about 2 weeks ago. Um, it reminded me a lot of like the Goonies with monsters.
Yeah,
That's the best way for me to like explain it, in a simple form. Uh, it was a fun ride. It really was. It was good pacing. Um, special effects are what it was back in the day. The ending left a little bit to be desired. It was a little strange to me. I mean, I get it, especially if you connect it back to that opening scene.
yeah.
Uh, that's how it ended. But they didn't really explain much about that. But I loved it. I mean, I had a fun time watching that movie. I could see why it's like perfect for kids to get into the genre. Yeah, it's a perfect movie for that. It's a nice soft ride, just like anything like the Goonies, like I mentioned. It's just
Yeah,
like so.
yeah. Awesome. Bill.
Yeah, this is a movie that's really good for kids, except for the part where Dracula calls a 5-year-old girl a little bitch.
That's right. Yeah.
That's a part that goes over the line. I was really shocked the first time I heard that. But I
Hey,
guess
it's
I
the 80s, you know? What the hell?
yeah, it was a dangerous time, I tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I rented this back. I can't remember where I first saw this. Honestly, I ignored this movie other than the first time that I saw it because it seemed a little like a kids movie, but more like I don't know what I'm trying to say here. It was sort of like a superhero movie instead of a monster movie, even
Oh,
though it had all the classic monsters together, which I usually loved. But I think like towards the end of the 80s and into the early 90s, I started to like drift away from horror movies for a while, and I missed some good stuff because of that. And this movie was probably one of those things that I dismissed upon origin, but now I really like it. I think it's cool. And it's like Owen said, it was just sort of like the Goonies meets the Universal monsters. So I approve.
I think monsters are cool, man. I think science is cool too.
Right.
This is one I mistakenly thought I'd seen this in the theater, but I hadn't. I remember catching it on VHS. I think I read about it in Fangoria and I wanted to see it. I knew like it was Fred Decker and I was looking forward to it and I loved it. First time I saw it, I rented that and I've seen it many times over the years. This is one I love showing to the young people in my life. I showed it to my little sister when she was young, and she cried at the end. And I showed it to my son when he was young. He was probably around the same age. He cried at the end. And this past week, my wife and I showed it to my grandson, who I think he thought he had seen it before, but he may not have. And I looked over, right? He was on the verge of tears. And then a fucking ad jumps up and blows the whole emotion of the
Oh,
scene. And it was like, oh, are you kidding
Rob.
me? I was like, wow, whoever's doing that needs to be audited because that was just terrible.
Ooh,
But
audited.
I,
You're vindictive, Rigor. You're gonna make a phone call, aren't you, to the IRS?
yeah, exactly. All right, who's who's in charge of editing? Oh my God. So, anyways, like I said, this was directed by Fred Decker, also known for Night of the Creeps. Um, he worked on House. I think he did some writing for the movie House in 1985. He also directed RoboCop 3. And he's a cult favorite in the horror comedy corner. I think he needs to do a little bit more. I think, I mean, where's he been, Bill? Do you know anything lately?
I don't know much about Fred Decker, to be honest.
Yeah,
I do love Night of the Creeps, of course. That's one of those movies that I thought was going to be bad, and it wasn't. And
same. Yeah,
it was just sort of like one of those mid '80s horror thing. It was kind of sketchy there for a while. Like Teen Wolf, I hated. I
yeah.
know that a lot of people love that movie. I just Michael J. Fox just made my skin crawl for one thing. But it was just sort of like goofy. I didn't like that kind of stuff back then. But like Night of the Creeps had some really edgy stuff in it, even though it was funny. There was like
Right.
it was real squicky, and I was into it, like with the slugs going into your brain and everything, and plus it had like this queer coded element to it too that I did not miss out on. I picked that up right away, and
I
I was
didn't
like,
get that.
oh really? The
Yeah.
friend was totally in love with him, the guy who had something wrong with his leg. He couldn't
Oh,
walk. It was totally like,
oh,
this
that's funny.
unspoken thing throughout the movie, that he was like a straight guy who had a girlfriend, and his friend was like, oh.
I guess it's been a while since I've
You could
seen that
read
one.
it that way. That doesn't mean that's what they intended. But
I've never seen Night of the Creeps.
Yeah, we'll have to
oh, I
cover
thought you said you. I just ruined it for you. Then
that. No, I
Uh,
don't think so.
Whatever.
We'll have to put that
That
on.
describes half my existence in high school.
So this movie was written by Fred Decker and Shane Black, who many of you may know. He wrote Lethal Weapon. That was his huge claim to fame. This was his love letter to Universal Monsters. They couldn't get the rights, I think, so they had to make them just different enough that that they didn't get sued. In the cast, I'll run through the cast if there's anybody you guys that I missed or anything. We've got Andre Gower, who's the leader in this. He was in some TV horror anthologies like one of the Twilight Zone remakes, and he actually recently did a documentary. Of course, I didn't write it down, but I think it was called Wolfman's Got Nards, and it was about the fandom and how the fandom basically grabbed this movie out of oblivion and made it like hugely popular.
Really?
Do you guys know anything about that?
No.
um, well,
Joe?
wasn't it a bonus feature on something? I might have that mixed up with something else. I think there was a bonus feature that I
The-
watched on a Monster Squad Blu-ray or something.
I
Maybe not the
think
Wolfman's Got Nards.
there is one too, but it's a movie he just did like a year or two ago. I was one of my other co-hosts. Yeah. Because I think that just came out in 2024, something like that. But anyways, so he's got that going. Robbie Keeger he was in Explorers. He played the sidekick there. And then the dad is Stephen Macht, who he was in Graveyard Shift. And I know him as well. He was also on General Hospital. He was Carly's dad, who turned out to be like a psychopath or something.
I knew that's where you were going with that. I was like, you love that horror soap crossover.
I do. I love that. Um, oh, Duncan Rieger played Dracula. He was on a lot of fantasy and horror TV roles. I think he was on V,
He was mean.
but he was mean. A lot of the kids didn't have massive follow-up careers. I know the little boy who played Fat Kid died young. In fact, there's a huge part about him and how the fans paid tribute to him in that documentary. We're gonna seek that out. Maybe we'll talk about that one of these times. And then, of course, Tom Noonan played Frankenstein's monster, which they call him Frankenstein in this. But they do have the line in it where they're asking Rudy, was Frankenstein the guy or the monster? And he said the guy. So
Right.
they did fix that. But
I love Tom Noonan.
yeah, he was the villain in RoboCop 2. I know him from well, I remember him from Hell on Wheels. Do you remember? Did you ever watch that show?
No.
It was a Western on AMC a few years ago, and it was really gritty, and he was like this whacked out dude.
He was in Ty West's movies. Ty West made a movie about killer vampire bats called The Roost. And there was a horror host wraparound gimmick, and Tom Noonan was the horror host in it. And then he was in House of the Devil also. He was like
Oh
the
wow.
one the husband. They were just sort of like, if you've seen House of the Devil, they weren't what they claimed they were. But Tom Noonan was great in that movie. Um, Lots of other stuff too. He pops up in the weirdest place. I think I saw him on Criminal Intent one day.
Oh
Like
really?
I
SUV or something,
almost
right?
fainted.
Yeah.
Say what?
You'll see him on like SUV or something like that, right?
Yeah.
SVU.
Who's the other guy? There's another guy that kind of reminds me. All right, I am going to share our newspaper ads, and this is it right here. And let me know you guys can see it.
There we go.
Oh wow, look at that.
Okay, cool. So what caught this was I was searching for Monster Squad. So if you look down the center here, this is basically, I guess, a mailbox. It's Halloween, so get out the popcorn and get ready to scream because it's also a great time to watch your favorite horror movie. A few weeks ago, we asked you to tell us about your favorite horror movie. Here's what you said. So you got all these kids writing in to this newspaper. I'm trying to think what year is it? It's 88. So they physically hand wrote these in. And the one that caught me was this kid goes, "My favorite horror movie is Monster Squad. I don't like horror movies that much, and Monster Squad is funny." But then you get me next to them, age 10, going, "My favorite movie is Halloween."
Did I say Ghostbusters was a
uh,
big vote in
where,
that vote?
oh yeah, my favorite horror movie is Ghostbusters, this kid said. Yeah.
Not really a
Look,
horror.
but wait, what does that say? Oh, bookshelves, Ghost,
Oh, that's the
Ghostbusters.
librarian lady.
Right, right, from Ghostbusters.
She goes, she shushes them.
And look at that's Egon with the little what do you call it? The PKE meter. That's awesome. Oh boy. That's
Get
so
her.
cool.
Library.
That was
That
your
was
idea. Get her. That was your plan.
one of these days. We gotta all get together. We gotta see movies like that we've seen a million times, and we turn the volume off and we just do the dialogue through the whole thing. This kid
Okay.
loves
Yeah.
Poltergeist,
My
imaginative.
favorite's Little Shop of
Uh
Horrors. My favorite scene is the plant says, "Feed me." I like it because it's weird.
yeah,
Kids.
these are awesome. Monster Squad. It's about my favorite movie is Monster
Blob.
Squad. It's about 12-year-old kids that form a group that fights the following monsters: Wolfman, Dracula, mummies, and a scaly creature. Frankenstein was a good guy. It was very funny too. It's
I
awesome.
thought it
All
was so grotty when the skeletons popped out of the pool. Age
right,
8.
Carolyn, don't you mean Grody?
I guess.
Oh my God. My favorite horror movie is The Blob, the old version. I think this is 1988. That's
He's like
hilarious.
the old version.
I liked it because it was really terrifying. My favorite part was when the blob smothered a diner and they had to use fire extinguishers to freeze it. Well, it's a selling point of the film. All right, next we've got this is from Owen and my neck of the woods from 1987, August 27th, which I'm shocked that I did not see this when it came out.
I don't see Stoneham on there.
No, well,
This is
87. I don't know. Yeah, you're right. Stoneham,
seven. You were still
Cinema,
probably around, right?
87. I don't remember when Stoneham Cinema closed. Thought it was early 90s that it closed. But yeah, look at we got it playing with Nadine and Back to the Beach and Bone in East LA, man, with what's his name?
La
Cheech
Bamba.
Marin. Oh my
Green
God.
card. I'm from East LA.
When we were in high school, right? Went to this Catholic high school, and so there were a lot of rich kids that were there. I was not one of them, but and this kid that sat in front of me in one of my early
Mm.
classes, like freshman year, looked like Richie Valens, and we used to call him Richie Valens. We say you look like him, and he's like, no, I don't. We're like, yeah, you look like La Bamba. You're La Bamba. So this kid, he's got this collared shirt on, and the shirt was like blue, I think, but the collar itself was white. And my friend sitting behind him, he takes his pen and he writes La Bamba on the collar.
Oh,
And the kid didn't notice, but the next day he came in and he was so mad. He was screaming and he's like, that was like a $50 shirt, blah, blah, blah. And my response was, what the fuck you doing paying $50 for a shirt? First of all,
That's awesome.
uh,
that is horrible. I can't believe that.
what
I
made it
wish I
worse,
had a story like that.
his mother was the one who was really mad.
Yeah. I mean that's something that goes all the way to the parents, like when
Oh,
something
yeah.
like that because he didn't pay $50 for that shirt. They did.
No, I don't know. I never heard anything more about it, so I don't know if my buddy got, in trouble for it, but I don't think so. All right, next up, we've got Bo Back to the Beach playing alongside the Monster Squad there. Look at this.
Are you guys hearing a delay?
For some reason, oh yeah, I do.
Just now.
Say
Okay.
that again.
Just now it
There's a
sounded
delay.
like a delay.
Oh, weird. Yeah, it could be. I got a lot of tabs open.
Okay.
So this one is from, I can't see, I can't read the top of the screen.
Los Angeles,
Oh, okay.
LA Times.
Oh, look at that. I didn't notice this before down here. Call 900-660-6666 for a special monster message.
Ooh, I bet there are a lot of angry parents after that.
Yep.
Calls in 2 minutes. Um, Bill, do we have any Facebook comments?
Oh, I was looking at YouTube this
Oh, okay.
time, but not Facebook. I will
Okay.
pull it up.
All right.
I'm on it.
Cool. I just feel bad because sometimes we miss them and then I'm like, "Wah." All right, so this is Florida, 'cause it's Tampa Bay Center, and look at what's out. I mean, 1987 was an awesome year for movies. You had La Bamba, The Lost Boys, Living Daylights, Disorderlies. I guess I could do without. Was that Run DMC start in that?
Which
Yeah.
one?
No, that was the Bus Boys, I think, was Disorderlies.
That's funny.
Summer School.
Full Metal Jacket, The Care Bears next to Predator and Snow White. I mean, come on.
Yes.
GRG.
They should do a crossover. Predator and Care Bears.
Right. And then we got another cool ad. It's this movie I noticed, and I would try and catch them in the newspaper ads, but it got some bad reviews, but some good reviews too. So, what are you giggling about?
Predator versus Care Bears.
Oh,
I love it.
that would be
I want to
awesome.
see it. I want it now.
So look at this. Rex Reed said that Monster Squad packs an enormous entertainment wallop, very hip humor, and a genuine scare. That's rare for him, right? He didn't like a lot of good movies like that.
Yeah, he liked to write things like that off.
Yeah. But then Lost Boys was playing at the same time. We'll see more of those. We've got Trashy Lady over here and the Little Darlings over here.
Little
Color
Darlings. Wait, oh, I thought they were. Is that, yeah, they're showing Little Darlings, or is that a band?
It's not how big. No, I think it's a movie. It's Triple X.
Oh, it's an X-rated movie called Little. Well, there was that Tatum O'Neal and who was the other girl from like
Right.
Christy
Jodie
McNichol.
Foster. Oh, Christy
Christy
McNichol. That's
Christy
right.
McNichol.
Yeah, that's right. All right, and then we've got this one here. We've got some the Monster Squad, Nadine North Shore. I don't know what that is.
Okay, I don't see any comments on the Facebook page.
Okay. Oh, here we go. There's little to recommend seeing gory, violent Monster Squad. I think this movie was not gory, at least. I mean, yeah, there was some violence in it, but
It was not gory.
I mean, Wolfman got blown up. That must have horrified the guy. He was like, "Oh my God!" But I put a star here. I think you said something about this earlier, Bill. The worst of the visitors is Dracula, who at one point picks up a little girl by the throat and calls her a bitch. The film has a PG-13. It ought to be an R.
Oh,
Oh man. It ought to be R.
It looks like the horror version of Stand By Me. These kids are cousins to those in the film. They swear a lot, and when they aren't doing that or calling each other nonsense back to where they belong. The Universal Studios library must be read by a girl so the kids find one or think they have. In the end, they have to use the little girl who may be all of five. He like hates this movie.
He does.
All right, here's a one sentence description. Assorted monsters visit a small town where the kids take care of them.
I'm
Okay.
surprised that Roger Ebert didn't hate the Monster Squad for that reason, because he hates movies where there's a child endangered or in any kind of serious way, or whether there's violence directed at a child.
Right.
And
Right.
it's like he didn't see that part.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder if he even saw it. He must have reviewed it. I think I have his book somewhere. Uh, all right. Now this I thought was interesting, and I took this even though it's a TV listing because it's from 1988. Looks like I can't see, August 13th is what it looks like. So, oh yeah, it says it at the bottom there. August 13th, 1988. So 1988, Monster Squad's already on TV.
Look at your
That
little
was unusual
stars.
back then.
I love your little stars.
Oh yeah, that's just so I can find them easier. But you know, that's pretty quick. Back then, 88, we were still waiting a year for a movie to come out. I mean, I guess 88 is a year later,
Well,
right?
it's HBO. It's not on regular TV. It looks like it was on HBO.
Well, it says down here it says 18 E in HBO, but I don't know what the key is.
Oh,
E.
I don't know.
Or
H.
maybe Espanol, Spanish or something.
Oh, yeah, that's probably what that E
Oh
means.
no, here it is. E. It's playing it there.
Oh, okay.
Channel E F D. It's like those sliders. Oh, that's what it is. It's
Yeah.
18E. I have one of those. I'll have to pull that out at some point. Do you remember those, Bill? You guys had those, right?
All those
No.
remotes that you'd hit like G, H.
It's a cable box. It's like this big, and it goes from
Yes.
A to Z, but there's two
Yes.
levels, and it's got a cable that runs all the way to the TV,
Yes.
which is like 20 feet long.
Yes.
Wow. No,
Had
I don't
one of
know what that
those.
was.
I'll see if I can
You'd
find
hit,
it at the
you
break.
yeah, you'd hit the letter like a typewriter almost.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Click,
we
click,
just go
click.
zip up and down. All right, we got another one. You know who to call when you have ghosts, but who do you call when you have monsters? I'm surprised this. Well, I'm not surprised it didn't do well. I mean, it did get some bad reviews, but I think I don't think it was marketed well. I remember the commercial for it though. Why did I not see it in the theater? I don't know. Parties with the Stars. The TriStars knew the monster showing in El Paso features Count Dracula, Frankenstein, the Wolfman, the Mummy, the Gillman, as well as the more human cast members. That's awesome. So, do you think that's John Grease in the makeup there, or Grise, however you say his name?
Maybe if it was just a promotional thing, they wouldn't make him go do it if he's in all that makeup. I
Yeah,
don't know. I'm just guessing. Maybe he
yeah.
wanted to.
All right, here we go again with about he looked just like that kid from high school. Masters of the Universe was playing at the same time. I saw that. I liked that movie. I don't know if I could ever defend it, but I liked it. Oh, look at down here. We've got Spaceballs. Look at it. It's the Mel Brooks as yogurt.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Predator, Witches of Eastwick. I saw that at the Stoneham Theater with my mother and grandmother. Roxanne. The Untouchables. That was awesome. That was 88. Yeah, I guess it was. Into the Nerds. Kevin Costner was awesome in that. Oh,
Drag.
I like this one. I thought this was cute for Halloween. Can someone read that? I can't. My camera's in my way, so I can't.
I can't see it either. My thing's
Okay, well, I can see it. One more thing, young man. You get my daughter home before sunrise. I don't want you coming back here with a pile of dried bones.
It's the kind of like what the fuck?
I love that she's
That's
carrying this old
awesome.
lady handbag.
She
Yeah,
looks older than the mother.
Mm,
I love The Far Side.
look at that cool ad you
Look at
had.
look at that. This is from the Manchester Evening News from England. So the movie was rated 15, but look
Oh,
at that Monster Squad logo they had over there.
that's awesome. I love it.
I'm surprised it didn't do well with this kind of advertising. Look at all these rave reviews.
How do you know it didn't do well?
I think across the board it didn't do well. I
Oh, really? I
thought it
don't
would have done
know.
better. I can look that up in a bit, but let's see. All right, hold on. The I'm gonna go to the numbers.
Sorry, I
The
didn't mean to send you off on a chase or anything.
That's fine.
I did,
Here I'll go to the next one. But look at that logo there. That is so cool.
I love that Ziggy Stardust lightning bolt.
Yeah. Um, and why did I put? Oh, I put stars in here. There we go. So they do this weird thing. This is the paper, the Daily Post, the paper for Wales. So another one from England. And what they do is like they'll list the movie. Like, come on, Jeeves, and they'll describe what the movie is. Over here, you've got the Monster Squad, and they call it a simple-minded comedy horror about a gang of kids whose hobby is monsters. Wouldn't you know it? But into their territory come Dracula, Frankenstein's monster, Gilman, the Wolfman, then the Mummy, all intent on wreaking havoc in the world. I know we're in England, but some good special effects are the saving grace in a movie which aims at the kids market, but will fail to find it thanks to the British censor's 15 classification.
Uh, they're
But
right.
then So you've got it over here now, bundled with The Fox and the Hound, Crocodile Dundee 2, Empire of the Sun, and Inner Space. So they've got like not even a full sentence description. Kids battle classic horror film monsters. Disney cartoon about a hound growing up with a fox as a chum. You know?
Well,
There was a third one I thought, but I couldn't find it. I mean, it's not that big a deal, but I thought it was funny.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah, I see Beetlejuice too, and Crocodile Dundee too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
More of
believe
the
it.
same.
Yeah.
If you like the first one, you're gonna love this one because it's the same movie.
Here we go. Here's the other one. Kids fight off a legion of monsters. It's like they don't cut and paste. They actually type in a whole new description. Throw mama from the train. Benji the hunted. Oh, and look at this is a cool one. 100 years before the story really
Ooh.
begins, it was a time of darkness in Transylvania when a group of freedom fighters tried to rid the world of vampires and monsters and save mankind from evil. They failed. They blew it. That's how it's supposed to be. This must be a press release. They literally copied and pasted it.
A 2,000-year-old mummy. How can there be anything left after 2,000 years?
That's the magic of the mummy.
I guess they were just that good.
Yeah. Pink Floyd playing Wembley Stadium. Belinda Carlisle. I thought that said Hammersmith Onion Theater. And here's another one with that. Look at go see it. Okay.
So, yeah. Thanks.
Don't argue,
Excellent
just see
special
it.
effects.
The Marble Arch. When I was in London and you're driving on the bus, it goes around the rotary there, or the roundabout, and it's every so often you hear the lady go, "Next stop, Marble Arch."
Belinda Carlisle.
Oh yeah, she's playing at the Onion or the Odeon. Oh Mark, oh Walmart.
Yes.
All right, Daring Kids Battle with Evil. So this is a positive review. There's no mystery involved. The puzzle is why a 15 certificate. This comedy adventure involves a group of daring and curious kids in a good versus evil battle with the Monster Squad. All pretty run of the mill as far as today's youngsters are concerned, but the censor has deemed it unsuitable for the under 15s.
Wow.
Get Duncan Rieger and leads the Bat Pack in the Monster Squad. He looks awesome. He is an awesome Dracula. And Tom Noonan's a great Frankenstein monster, wouldn't you guys say?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I love him in character as Frankenstein.
Scary. And then it's playing with Police Academy 5. I didn't realize they were already up to 5 in 88.
Wow.
And yet there was no Crocodile Dundee 3. There could be a
Wonder why.
Police Academy 5.
Right.
Right. There was one recently, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Right back then, but they did release a part three recently, right? I think I
Oh,
saw.
Crocodile Dundee 3, was there?
Yeah, I think so. Oh yeah, I have to look that up.
Crocodile
Um,
Dundee 3. It's time again.
Crocodile
what'd you say?
Dundee 3. Crikey.
He's gonna bring Steve Irwin back from the dead. Count Dracula rises again in the Monster Squad. It's also playing at the Onion. Yeah, so I love this. Entertainment in as pure form as this is a joy to watch. Its humor is infectious. That's a great review. Ideal family entertainment with a PG certificate.
His Dracula is unsexy, and I like that because there's so much sexy Dracula stuff out there, and like
Yeah.
sexy vampire stuff in general.
Yeah,
I'm over it. I That's why I love Salem's Lot, because
yeah,
after they turn into vampires, like you would never want to be a vampire if you saw the
right,
vampires in Salem's Lot. That's the way it should be.
right. They're vermin.
Hmm.
Vampires are vermin. They need to be exterminated.
Flying leeches.
Yeah, flying rodents. All right. This one here is from also another England one, compiled by Dan Swindle. So I'm not gonna try and read this article, but there's another Dracula picture there. I guess that's the press picture they used. And there was a reason I had this pic. Oh yeah, there we go. And the Care Bears in Wonderland.
Predator Care Bears.
Predator Care Bears.
Patent pending.
Don't
What
be
would no?
fooled.
Well, if an alien face hugger got on a Care Bear, what would the alien that came out of it look like?
Right. You'd have all kind. That's like a candy bar we haven't gotten yet.
So this has got to be. So this is 1988. This has got to be a misspelling of Van Halen, unless they're a knockoff band called Van Halen.
Where? I don't see it.
You see it on the left
Oh,
here?
no, there it is. Yeah.
Guinness, a pint.
Yeah. It's
It's
well,
got to
they
be.
wouldn't be playing Reflections Pub.
Yeah.
That's
Van
true.
Van Halen. What?
Maybe
Wow.
they think people will see it in the paper and
Right.
mistakenly
Van
read it as
Halen. That's great.
I live my life like there's no
So
tomorrow.
that's all I've got for sharing. So I'm gonna quickly look the numbers up. The Monster Squad. Oops. And let's see. Come on, come on. You can go. Oh, I should actually open that. So, folks, so Owen, why don't you give us your anything else you want to talk about this movie? I know there's a lot to chime in about.
Um, no, just like I said, it is a good, soft landing to get someone into horror movies. I did like how some of the monsters had like a conscious, they ended up being good guys, kind of. Um, so there was some twist that was good at it, and it's funny reading all those reviews though. They say the special effects were great and blah blah blah. But I realized that the year it came out, and I think of other movies that were even before it that I think had way better special effects. So that would be my only drawback to it.
Really, I think Stan Winston did a great job with the monster effects
Well,
in them.
well, it was really the black hole-ish kind of thing, like the beginning and the end.
Oh yeah,
That
yeah,
seemed really really fake to me, But the rest was all right. You're right. Yeah.
yeah. So I had it written in my notes actually. The budget was around 12 million and the box office was just over 3.8 million. So it was
Ooh,
basically a flop on release,
ouch.
but it's now a
That
big hit.
hurts.
Yeah. Home video really helped it. Wolfman's Nards became a horror fan rallying cry.
Man's nards.
But I don't think you could make this movie today. I think there's too much political correctness. What's his name? Rudy smoking. Even the little girl's like, "Come on, don't be chicken
Yep.
shit."
Oh, the women that are like the server for Dracula.
Oh
You know,
yeah, the Dracula's brides. Because if you
yeah,
notice, there's
Dracula's
somewhere
brides.
there's three cheerleaders missing. There's like a news report somewhere, and I can't remember where it is in the film. Um, this is a movie that's got a lot of little details in the background. Um, this is one of the few rap songs that I'll actually listen to. Is the theme song to this?
This is it. That's your pick.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably a couple of others from a couple of other movies. I think there's one from Ghostbusters too that I like. Um, so I guess the scene where Dracula lifts up Phoebe and calls her a bitch, and she screams, they did it in one take, but Duncan Rieger wouldn't wear the contact lenses of the fangs around her because he said it was too scary for her. So for the scene, Fred Decker just told Ashley to scream once the platform raised her. And when she asked when, Decker told her, "Oh, you'll know," and proceeded to shoot. The terrified scream you hear when Dracula opens his eyes in Ashley's is genuine scream of fright. So I guess he did have the contact lenses on or something. He told her he wasn't going to have them on.
Wow.
Oh,
They went hard. I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
Who is it? Cecil B. DeMille that used to pinch babies to get them to cry on cue.
probably.
I believe it.
Oh my God. And seeing this in the 80s too, I identified with these kids. I just thought it was an awesome movie. Trying to remember now. I may have actually seen it in the theater. I don't know. I'll have to go. I still have my movie tickets from back then. I'll have to dig through. So yeah, final thoughts on this movie. Owen, why don't you go?
um, yeah, like I said, I was glad there was a couple monsters with conscious. They were ended up being like good guys. Nice twist. And overall, it's a fun movie. Goonies with monsters. Not as well written as Stand By Me, but I think that was another review we saw. It's kind of like a
Yeah.
Stand By Me movie. Um, yeah, it's a fun ride. Fun ride.
Nice.
Recommend it for anybody.
Bill?
It's a little too kiddie for me. Personally, I think maybe that might be why it didn't catch on. Um, because Night of the Creeps, like I said earlier, it was gory and it was um downbeat. I think at the end of the movie, everyone is a zombie, or they're gonna be, because there's like one of those slugs jumps out of the dog or something. But so yeah, it was a little bit. I think if you look at it like that, like I said, I didn't pay much attention to it when it first came out. Um, if you look at it like the progression of Fred Decker's career, I guess I could see why it was derailed. Unfortunately, this movie was a big loss, and that's sad because I think it really is very well done. I like the special effects. I think the monsters look great, and but the like Owen said, the black hole stuff, like that space warp, whatever that was, I don't even remember
In
what that was.
Limbo.
But
It was a portal to Limbo.
yeah, okay. So that didn't look great, but it didn't bother me. I don't care. Like if a movie's good, it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
change it. Right.
Unfortunately, that's where we are now with movies, and I think that's why a lot of people of our generation tend to say that movies today suck, because uh
Yeah.
because the special effects are so good and it just sort of dwarfs the story. There's no story there. Either there's no story or it's the same story over and over again, like the superhero movie type stuff. So it burns you out after a while. It's like people making blockbusters, and they keep doing the same thing to make a blockbuster movie, and then eventually it just starts to not work anymore.
Right.
Monster Club, not Monster Squad. Sorry, Monster Club's another movie. Monster Squad sort of belongs in that genre, but way at the beginning of it, because I don't think it had been done that much. So I kind of like that about this movie, but it is it's something that is sort of better for kids, I think, than for
Yeah.
older horror fans. A good
I,
gateway movie, I guess.
yes, I think it's definitely a good game gateway movie. I agree. I think it's important for kids to see this movie because this was our generation growing up. We knew all about the Universal monsters. You know, we grew
Yeah.
up watching them on Creature Double Feature or whatever horror hosted show you had in your area. And you know, this was like the last of it, of the last of these monsters really being in the pop culture. And I'm glad that it's got a huge cult following. And it's got a lot of people who've grown up and they're showing it to younger people because they grew up with this movie, you know. So um I love it for that reason. I love, you know, Dracula wading through the cops like they were nothing. I mean, that was
Yeah.
awesome. That whole sequence was unbelievable. I can't say enough good things about this movie. It's one of my favorites, and I feel like it's required viewing. In fact, I think there's a few movies tonight that are required viewing. This is one of them. Definitely, you should check it out. All right, up next, we're going to talk about The Lost Boys, also from 1987. And the synopsis reads, Santa Carla looks like a dreamy California boardwalk town. If your dreams involve fangs, motorcycles, and a saxophone player who never blinks and still makes cameo videos based on his scene here, Michael falls hard for a mysterious girl, only to find himself knee-deep in a vampire gang with the best hair in the 80s. His little brother Sam links up with the Frog Brothers, two teenage vampire experts who are somehow both overconfident and probably right. The nights get stranger, loyalties blur, and the line between teen rebellion and blood cult recruitment gets deliciously thin. Stylish, witty, and soaked in neon, this is the film that made being undead look cooler than being alive. First impressions. Bill, when did you first see this and what was your first impression?
I think day one I saw this in theaters because you know, it was a big horror movie that was coming out. So I went to see it. It really this resonated with me because that's kind of right where I was in my life. I was 17 years old, and you know, I also had very elaborate hair in the 80s, just like the characters in this movie. And I'm like, who does their hair? Like they get up every day or every
Yeah.
night and they're vampires and they go out and they look fabulous. And like, I mean, I had hair like that. Like, you did not wake up looking like that. You had to work at that. You had to like get your hair dryer out and your hairspray and everything. These guys don't do any of that shit. Even like the heavy metal hair guys have like, they're not using product. You have to put product in your hair if you have hair like that, or your hair's gonna look like shit. So you know, they didn't have to
Well, it
worry
might
about
be
that.
one of those vampire rules like in. Oh, you've frozen up. Uh-oh. I gotta, I gotta
You kind of
cut
like
some
squelched out there for a minute. Is it me or is it you guys?
No, I
webcam.
heard him too freeze up.
Okay. I think it's
Hey,
Rigor.
can you hear me now?
Yeah, we
Probably
can
Can you
hear
hear
you.
me now? Can
Here
you
we
hear
go.
me now? You can hear me. Okay. What
Yeah.
it is, I had too many tabs open and I should be good now. Everyone can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I was just gonna say the hair. I think they're kind of borrowing this, using the similar vampire rule as in Interview with the Vampire. Remember the little girl cuts her hair off
Yeah.
and then it grows right back because they
Yeah.
remain in the same state that they were turned. Same thing, hair and everything. I've seen that done in a lot of other vampire films, so that doesn't
What
surprise
if your
me.
hair looked like shit that day? That's not a good thing.
You're fucked for eternity.
Yeah.
Fucked.
Then
Bad hair day.
you better start getting into
Yeah,
hats.
that would suck. Bad hair day for eternity.
So, Owen, when did you first see The Lost Boys, and what was your
Uh,
first impression?
I loved it instantly, and I believe the first time I saw it was, I believe New Year's Day, probably like a year or two after it came out. It was on VHS at my cousin's house. Older cousins were watching it, and I loved it. It was scary, at lea at that age for me. Um, stylistic, good pacing, like, it just moves right along, and you don't know it till the end, but the head vampire at the
Yeah.
end, and the grandfather's awesome. I mean, You know, and the final line of the whole movie is is awesome. I mean, it's perfect, you know, and it's got like humor to it also, and it's like, but also makes you think. Like, all right, that was a good movie. Good movie. It's perfect gateway, you know, gateway movie. I think
I
just enough
agree.
like horror too, you know.
Yeah, I agree. I saw this in the theater with my family. We all loved it. I've seen it a zillion times since then. It's just one of those movies. Again, I know all the dialogue from beginning to end. There's so much things to love about this movie. And the amount of gore they have in it, I had forgotten about, and it's nothing that you haven't seen on a CSI episode, you know.
Right. Yeah, it's
But
nothing
back
like
then, it was
Negligible, yeah.
rated R worthy, you know. Death by stereo.
Well, there were
I know a lot of
sexual
people.
themes in it too. Not any. I don't remember any nudity in the Lost Boys.
No, there's no nudity in it. Yeah, but even like what's his name,
Jamie.
Michael and Star have sex, but they don't really. I mean, we don't see it. Just
Yeah, yeah. You know, she's part owner of the Atlanta Falcons now.
Oh,
is she
really?
really, Jamie?
Amy Gert, she's like worth like $2 billion.
Wow. Good
Yeah,
for her.
That, that's that's awesome.
she still looks good too.
She better. She's worth $2 billion.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no kidding. She's got enough money to live forever. Joel Schumacher
She
directed it. He
turned.
also did Flatliners,
Yeah.
a couple of the good movies, and he also unfortunately did Batman and Robin, which we won't mention here.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, Richard Donner of Superman fame, right? He
No,
produced
Joel
that Lost
Schumacher.
Boys. Yeah, but Richard Donner was the producer of Lost Boys.
Oh, of Lost Boys. Yes, yes, yes. I
Yes.
thought you were gonna say Batman and Robin.
No, 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 no. Schumacher.
Oh my God. And it's written by Janice Fisher, James Jeremias, Jeffrey Boehm. Jeffrey Boehm, I know him from well, he did the Dead Zone. He adapted some of the Dead Zone, but he also I think he co-created Briscoe County Jr. with Bruce Campbell, that show,
Bruce Camp.
which was really and like we mentioned, Jason Patrick, Jason Patrick plays Michael. I thought after this movie, I thought he was gonna like skyrocket, be a huge star, and he just did not do that. His career seemed like it stalled, you know? I mean, he was in Sleepers and he was in Speed 2, and he started doing like these arty films. And I guess I don't know, why wouldn't they be throwing him, leading man parts?
I forgot Alex Winter was in it too.
Yeah, that's
From
right.
Bill and Ted.
Yeah.
Jason
Really nice
Patrick
person.
was he was the younger brother, wasn't he? That's Jason Patrick, right?
No, he was Michael in the movie.
Yeah, Jason
Michael,
Patrick.
sorry.
Who was his older brother?
Younger brother was Corey Haim,
Corey
Oh,
Haim,
oh,
yeah.
right. I thought you meant,
right? Feldman Haim.
yeah.
Well, Feldman was in it, but Corey Haim
Yeah.
was the brother.
Right.
Yeah. Corey Haim was the younger brother. The two Coreys. Feldman, of course, originated the role of Tommy Jarvis in Friday the 13th, the final chapter. And then, of course, you've got Jack Bauer himself, Kiefer Sutherland, looking super young here, like he's just been born, and he's got spiked hair, his leather
Yeah.
jacket, it's punked out. Um,
I think the next thing I saw him in was Flatliners
yes,
and Bright Lights Big City.
yeah,
Or A Few Good Men.
I didn't see that one when it was new. I saw
Yeah,
that
he
years
was in
later.
it. Small part, but he's in that too.
yeah.
He's
Diane
really,
Wiest, of
really
course.
young looking as well in that movie.
Diane
Diane Wiest,
Wiest is so good, isn't she?
she's
Diane
awesome.
Wiest.
I love her. She's like the adult in the movie who she's like the straight character to like, the goofy shit that's going on. She's like the person that has to be convinced that vampires are real.
Right.
I love that scene where she comes in and like all of a sudden her boyfriend is talking and she's like, "What are you talking about?" she just can't wrap her head
Yeah.
around it. She's like, "You're part of this too?"
It
Yeah.
doesn't hurt if you come willingly. Oh my God. I love that. So many quotable lines in this movie. So much attention to detail in this. But yeah, this movie had a budget of 8.5 million, and it made 32 million plus at the box office, a huge success. Uh, uh, Originally conceived as a kid-friendly vampire Goonie style story, Schumacher aged it's very MTV. It's like very 80s, you know?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
very MTV.
Yeah.
It's
It's
very
like
hair metal with a little bit of goth in it.
right.
Right.
It's kind of like it wasn't Bon Jovi or Motley Crue or any of that. It was Sisters of Mercy and The Cult. It was that
Yeah.
kind of hard rock and
Yeah.
metalish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was awesome. If you watch the music video for Sail On to the Night, the theme song there, it's got that 80s interesting. Oh, there's the guy on the saxophone in the movie. That's Tim Capello. He lives rent free in everyone's head.
You're crashing out again, dude.
A
It,
friend
Yeah.
of
it's
mine
hard for us to
had
understand what you're
someone send
saying.
her a cameo. Oh no,
Does he have a cameo in a soap opera?
he he does not. Hold on, I'm gonna close out a couple of. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, that's better.
All right, good. Just closing. I have too many tabs open. But he did cameo video for a friend of mine. I thought,
Uh,
um, I'm not sure where this fact comes from, but it's widely credited with revamping vampires for a younger MTV generation. I guess that's true. That made vampires cool again.
Well,
That might also
it made
what
corporate Hollywood start making more vampire movies, that's for
yeah.
sure. I don't know if it made vampires cool again, but someone smelled blood in the water and started making more vampire movies. Let's sell them this, let's sell them that.
Yeah,
right,
because then
right.
came Blade right at not long after that, and then came Twilight right after that, and yeah,
Underworld.
Underworld, right?
But I wonder though too, it makes me think, and I may have heard something about this years ago, that because the Dracula in Monster Squad is old school looking and these are hip modern looking vampires, that's another reason why Monster Squad people didn't go
Overlooked it.
see
Yeah.
it. They're like, oh, that's the old Dracula, you know. But I love the soundtrack to this movie, and I love
It's good.
the little touches, like you said, the grandfather. They're literally carrying Star. Oh, am I? It says my internet connection
Yeah,
is unstable.
Yeah, for a
All right,
minute
I'm
there you
shutting
were
this.
gone.
you're
All right, I'm
unstable.
shutting the YouTube page off, so Bill, if you could watch that, and I don't see any comments on Facebook. But what I was saying was that scene where they're carrying Star and Laddie up the stairs, and the grandfather walks in, and and they just stop and look at him, and he's like completely oblivious to what's going on, and he's like, "Put gas in the car the next time you use it," and they're like, "Okay."
Carrying a body up the stairs too.
Well, they're carrying Star and Laddie,
Right,
and but I love that he knew all along. If you watch
right,
it with that in mind, he knows exactly what's going on, and he's not like the kid tells him to use Windex as aftershave. Nobody in their right mind would use it, but he goes along with it because he's the kid's trying to get him out of the house.
right.
But what I want to know is all right, so there's two things I want to know about this movie. How did the grandfather time it just right that the logs would go through the wall from his truck and not kill anyone except the vampires?
I don't know. I think that was just luck.
Happy accident.
I mean, yeah, Michael jumped down and pushed the head
Yeah.
vampire into it. Oh, and that was what I was gonna say is another thing. My grandson Aiden watching it, and when David died and Michael didn't turn back, he looked at me and he goes, "That means there's still a head vampire out there." I'm like, very good.
He knew right away.
But the other thing I want to know is in the scenes where they're like, I don't know, not really attacking, but they're outside of Michael's house and the brother's house, and they're on their motorcycles, but the motorcycles are going everywhere. Are they literally? And then they open the door and nobody's there. Are they
Nobody's
like
there.
flying, carrying the motorcycles with them?
No idea.
It was just a hallucination. They caused this phenomenon to happen because
Oh,
No, I
they're
don't think so because
vampires.
Because the younger brother was seeing it too.
Well, they all saw it, but I mean, like it was like a
Oh, I see.
supernatural
Yeah,
manipulation.
you're
sort of
right.
like the maggots
You don't
thing.
have to drink the blood to see the hallucination. I see
Right.
it.
The maggots weren't
Right.
really there either. It was
You're right. Before
it
we
was
drink
really just noodles.
Right, right.
I
He-
what I don't understand is okay, the holy water in the bathtub, right?
yeah.
Which was fine, but why does that make every single pipe in the house explode with blood? Every
Again,
pipe in the house just exploded with blood.
it was
I was
in the
like,
script.
that makes no sense.
Yeah, that's
It could
true.
happen.
Yeah, I mean, decomposing vampire body in your tub, I'm sure it'll cause plumbing problems, but and how big was that house?
Oh, I
It
don't
looked
know.
like it looked like a fishing house or something. Like it should have been on stilts over the water.
It just seemed huge for, like, the action that happened inside it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The grandfather keeps giving him the taxidermied animals. He's got a closet
Yeah,
full of them.
yeah. It's just
Oh, so many cool things about this. So, all right, final thoughts. Bill, why don't you give us your final thoughts on the Lost Boys from 1987?
I like it. I kind of lost touch with it for a lot of years. I watched it on VHS a lot because that was like right at the height of VHS mania in 1987. So I think I had a VHS dub of it, and I watched it over and over and over again, and then I just sort of like forgot about it for many years. And then it came back to the Monsterama. And that was the first time I had seen it in probably like 15 years, maybe longer than that. And I was
Oh,
like
wow.
glued to the screen during the whole thing. I was like, oh my God, I totally forgot about this movie. And there was one part of it that really freaked me out. I mean, it's not a scary movie, really. I don't know. I didn't think it was scary, but it's
Just thrilling.
exciting, but it's
Yeah.
not like, scary. But there was one thing that really upset me is when I forgot about it when they're hanging from the bridge and he
yes,
goes out there and he's hanging from the bridge too. And I was like, oh my God, that's terrifying.
with the train going by.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But lucky for him, he was half bat.
Right. Awesome. Oh, and final thoughts on the Lost Boys.
Cult classic is the best way to describe this movie. It's what it is. Almost everybody loves it. Um, it's a fun watch, no matter what age. Great get. Um, it's a good movie to introduce anyone about vampires too. It's got a nice. How do you say it? Like I like the way their take on it was like you have to kill the head vampire, and some people are kind of half vampires, and you know it was
Mm.
unique. It wasn't a trope that you saw a lot. So stylistic, very stylistic, almost like Blade Runner meets vampires. It's like very
Yeah.
dark and things like that.
Yeah.
And
It,
like you said, the anchor of the movie was Diane Weiss. She kept it like a normal movie, but everything else was kind of like really, a little trippy in a way.
she was the one that was having a normal life, and
Right,
everybody else was having vampire lives.
right, and almost like a Stephen King kind of movie where they're in a new town and everyone's just acting weird and
Yeah.
strange. Goo,
People are strange when you're a
Twilight
stranger.
Zone-ish. You're right. But a great movie, and everyone knows the Lost Boys, and great soundtrack too. I forgot about the soundtrack.
Absolutely. Absolutely should
I'm
look it
so
up.
glad you mentioned People Are Strange. I forgot that song was in this
Yeah,
movie.
This
Echo
was
and the Bunnymen.
when the Bunnymen, yeah.
it's a
Which is
great movie.
yeah, I absolutely love this movie. There was one point during it, and now my wife is not one to give too much deep thought to movies and TV shows, but I said to her, I said, that laddie, if he fully turns into a vampire, he will be a little kid for eternity. And she was like, "Oh shit, you're right."
Yeah, 10 times.
would suck. It was like the little kid in Near Dark, which I think we talked about.
Yeah, I've been dying to bring that up. I didn't know when to interject that. This is a good parallel with Near Dark because for that very reason, there were
Yeah,
kid vampires in it, and there's a character who is a vampire and then eventually is not anymore, is
yeah,
transformed back in somehow
yep.
back into a human being. So that was sort of like a trend there in 1987, for half a second.
Yeah, yeah, and that was an arty film. I definitely saw that one in the theater because I specifically went out to see it. But yeah, this movie I absolutely love. I can't recommend it enough. It's so cool. It's so 80s. If you remember the 80s, it's great to watch because you'll reminisce. And if you don't know anything about the 80s,
Mhm.
watch it because you'll understand where we're all coming from. And shame on you if you haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
So get out there and see it. We're going to take a break now. And when we come back, we're going to discuss Don't Look in the Basement from 1973 and Shaun
Ooh.
of the Dead from 2004. And I foolishly didn't call up my graphic, so we shall.
Ah, you're gonna have to fire your production crew, Rigor.
I know. Ay, ay, ay. All right, here we go. And I will share this with the world.
Share it with the world.
That's right. Okay, and I'm back, folks. And like I said, if you are interested, please chime in on either our Facebook Fright Lounge page or our Jupiter Media YouTube channel. And I hope you liked the graphic I made there. It was sort of a mashup of all of tonight's movies that I put together. So I'm going to go into the newspaper ads for Don't Look the Basement. Don't look in the basement. Don't go in the basement. There's a lot of names for this. So we are going to talk about those. I'm just going to get that on deck. And I hear someone and I see someone with a little
Sadie.
pooch. There's the pooch. Who's the pooch? Tell us the pooch. What's his
That's
name?
Sadie.
Sadie. Hi, Sadie.
Sexy Sadie.
It's just a head. Oh, she's invisible. The invisible dog. That's hillbilly hilarious. Oops, that's the wrong file. Where are my notes? Here we go. So once Bill returns, we will get into the thing. But folks, if you haven't had a chance, go to collider.com. I've got a whole bunch of articles coming out. I did one on how the kids show Henry Danger is got a Lovecraft connection there, introducing kids to Lovecraft concept. Why Blade Runner's failure at the box office was good for the movie. A lot of things like that. So check me out at collider.com. All right, welcome back, Bill. And
Hi.
we are going to talk about this is your pick, Don't Look in the Basement, aka The Forgotten from 1973. So I will read the synopsis. Nurse Charlotte takes a new job at an isolated psychiatric facility where things feel off from the moment she walks through the door. The staff is suspiciously scarce. The patients are running the asylum like it's their personal clubhouse, and every conversation sounds like someone forgot to tell her the punchline. As secrets creep out of the peeling wallpaper, reality starts to feel like it's slipping sideways. Low budget, sweaty, and unsettling, this regional chiller isn't subtle, but it doesn't need to be. It gets under your skin with that specific brand of 70s exploitation unease that's hard to shake. So, first impressions, Bill, this was your choice, as I mentioned. Why don't you go first? When did you first see this? And what was your
Uh,
first?
First of all, before I go any further, I have to ask you, where are you getting these synopses?
My friend, the Chat GTP.
Oh, okay. That kind of explains it. The first time I saw that movie was on TV. And this is why I chose it for a gateway film. Excuse me. I was really freaked out by this movie when I saw it, and I was probably really young. I think I was like 9 years old the first time I watched this movie on television, mind you. But you know, there was some edited stuff in it, but it was
Yeah.
I don't remember very much being cut, to be honest. And it was shocking. And but this was sort of like my gateway into there's Universal monster movies, and then there was like, Jaws in the 70s, these big budget blockbuster horror movies like The Exorcist, Jaws, even Halloween to a certain degree, even though that was a low budget movie. But what it became was really widespread and above board. It was mainstream horror eventually.
Right.
And Don't Look in the Basement it's not. It's something that lurks beneath the surface of even horror movies, which would be drive-in exploitation grindhouse films, which were not meant to be high art. They weren't meant to be blockbusters. They were just meant to fill a space on a drive-in movie bill and get $1.50 from every person that came through the gate. And that's all it wanted. So these movies had a different vibe going on than movies that were big budget and meant to play to widespread audiences to go into wide release. Now, that said, Don't Look in the Basement was distributed widely by American International Pictures, and a lot of people saw this movie. So this was sort of like a lot of people being exposed to really low budget, sleazy looking. It's I'm not calling the filmmakers themselves sleazy, but like the low budget look has
Right.
a sleazy feel to it. And don't look in the and certainly the content of Don't Look in the Basement is very sleazy and tabloid.
Yeah.
So this is a gateway movie into that kind of horror. It's a different kind than many people who watch monster movies who are usually associated with.
Right. Right. Owen, what did you think of? When did you first see this?
Yesterday.
I had a feeling you were going to say that.
Yeah, the first time I watched it. But like to piggyback off what Bill said, it's like a psychological thriller more than anything. And I'll be honest, the first 45 minutes was a tough watch. It was a little slow for me. Um, but the last hour was like it I was kind of glued to it, like I really was into it. And I won't spoil the twist at the end, but it seems like a lot of the things I didn't like about it, like the plot holes I thought were happening, because of the twist at the end, weren't really happening, you know.
Hmm.
So it'd be like I feel like it'd be a better on a second watch than a first watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but the best way to describe it is it's just like he said, it's the perfect 70s drive-in horror film, low budget. It's gritty and weird. It's gritty and it's weird. Like that's the way I'd put it.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, I swear there were some scenes in it. I wasn't sure if I had seen it before, but there were some scenes that I recognized. So I have a feeling this is one of those films that I had seen in the back seat of my parents' car at the drive-in, like Asylum in 72, and this was 73. So I wouldn't be surprised if I was there for it. I was supposed to be sleeping, but every so often I'd poke my head over and see what was going on in these movies. Because there were a few, I'm trying to remember now which scenes they were, but I think that that's where it was. Beyond that, I didn't really catch it until recently. I had it in my list already, I think on Tubi to watch it. But at first I wasn't sure why you picked this one, Bill, and I was like, huh, this is interesting. And oh, and I kind of also had a struggle through it, but mine was more, my wife and I were like, what the hell is going on? We weren't,
Right. The
it seemed
dialogue
kind
was
of
a little off.
disjointed. And yeah. And so I wasn't understanding it until, like you said, like halfway through the movie, all of a sudden it clicks, and you're like, "Oh shit!" And it is a psychological thriller, and I think that's what does make it a great movie is it's not overly visually graphic; it's what's implied
Hmm.
Yeah.
of
It's
what's
got some
going on.
Hitchcockness to it. Like
Yeah,
Hitchcock doesn't show the gore, but implies it right up to the end,
yeah.
like yes.
There
So
is some gory stuff in the movie too. A
yeah,
Yeah.
couple things.
It's more like after shots than like the actual like axe going into them or something like that. It's
Yeah.
more like
right.
Un-
What's with the dude kills the doctor with the axe, and he's just a
that was
logical
out of
dude
nowhere.
walking around?
But also,
yeah.
why does the lady just stand there and scream and not run away when a guy's got an axe? Like,
I
right?
know.
You just
It's
hit
not
someone with an axe, and and they did that a lot in these '70s movies. I noticed these horror movies. People just stand there and scream
she
instead of
wasn't
running away.
cornered. She was outside. I mean, she could have run any direction. It's just that she
Right,
Well,
stood there.
right.
my friends and I always likened it. We've always played the role-playing game, the tabletop role-playing game Call of Cthulhu, which is based on the works of H.P. Lovecraft. And in it, you have to make sanity checks every so often. And what happens is if you fail your sanity check, a number of things happen. And the most common thing that happens is you're stunned and paralyzed and you can't move. So I always, when I see that in these movies, I'm like, oh, they failed their sanity check.
Failed the sanity check.
It could happen.
So, Bill, what do you know about director S.F. Brownrigg?
Oh, he's one of my favorites. He made five feature films, four of which were horror movies, and they were all made around the same couple of years, like from 1972 through 74, typically is when he shot the bulk of these. And there was one movie, a sex comedy called Losing It. I think it was called Losing It, and I've never seen it, but that came out in like 81, and then that was it. Nothing more from him, unfortunately. And he passed away in the 80s, I guess, at some point, late 80s or early 90s. but he was a Texan filmmaker, independent filmmaker. They made commercials. His company was like George Romero. He made commercials, usually his company, and he worked for another regional filmmaker from that area, Larry Buchanan,
Yes.
who made a whole bunch of movies in the 60s. And, they all worked together as, if one guy wasn't directing, like SF Brownrigg was Larry Buchanan's sound guy. And he did a lot of work on other people's movies. But these four horror movies that he made are, of course, that's where it's at for me. Don't Look in the Basement was the first one that came out. And after that, he made one called Don't Hang Up. And that was in 1974. Um, that did not get picked up by American International Pictures, unfortunately. And it sort of like just flopped around like a dead fish for a while in 1974. It played maybe like a handful of theaters as Don't Hang Up. And then it went away and they brought it back in 1979 with the title Don't Open the Door. So, and it went to home video as Don't Open the Door. And the marketing was, of course, a slasher movie. It was like a hand with a gigantic knife in it. And that's not the kind of movie it is, unfortunately. But they're all psychological thrillers, all of his movies. The
And
third one, go ahead. What were you going to say?
well, I was going to ask, isn't his body of work the inspiration for, was it in the movie Grindhouse? They had the fake trailers in between the two movies, and
One of
Eli
them.
Roth made one called Don't, and it was
Yeah.
don't do this and don't do that.
Yeah. I mean, that was the first big Don't movie. And he had nothing to do with that. He called the movie The Forgotten. That
Right.
was his title for the film. And that's the title that it was released in 1972. Like, excuse me, it was like, or no, it was 73, I think. God, I should know this. I'm pretty sure it was 72. It played regionally in the South, in Texas and like Louisiana, a couple of places. Illinois is as far north as it got as The Forgotten, and went away for a while and got picked up by a sub distributor called Hallmark Releasing. And Hallmark Releasing were sub distributors based out of your area. I think they were in,
Yeah,
maybe they were in
Boston.
Boston.
Yeah, they were.
Um, and they they got an in with American International Pictures. They were sort of like a subdivision of AIP for a while, and they got these regional low budget horror movies. The most notorious of which was Last House on the Left. That was a Hallmark Releasing film that they picked up for distribution, and it played a lot with Don't Look in the Basement in the 1970s. Like, it never stopped playing theaters. There was always somewhere that was showing Don't Look in the Basement somewhere.
Yeah.
Um, but Don't Open the Door did not get that kind of exposure. A movie he did called Keep My Grave Open.
Okay.
It's way out there. It's another like psychological thriller starring, the woman in Don't Look in the Basement that thinks her baby doll is real.
Yeah.
Harriet. The actor's name is Camilla Carr. And Camilla Carr is the main character in Keep My Grave Open. And it's sort of like a psycho riff in reverse. It's so good. And the other big movie that everyone saw from SF Brownrigg was a movie called Scum of the Earth. That was the title it was released under in 1974. And then it went away for a while, came back in 1976 as Poor White Trash Part 2.
Oh, yeah.
And Poor White Trash was a movie from 57. I've never even seen Poor White Trash, to be honest. But somebody
Yes,
picked
you
up.
do. Every time you look in the mirror.
Other than that, okay, Owen. And then Poor White Trash Part 2 like was a huge hit. It was one of the highest grossing films of 1976 because somebody picked it up and put it out with this exploitative title, and a lot of people bought a ticket.
Right.
So it was sort of like a Hicksploitation slasher film, like a backwoods slasher movie, proto slasher 74. So also good. Coming out on, by the way, on Blu-ray from Grindhouse releasing very soon with an ad gallery from yours truly on it. I did a nice layout of the movie's ad campaign for as a
Oh,
bonus feature on their disc.
very nice. Very nice.
Um,
Just to make sure you share the link.
oh, I will. I'll be talking about it like crazy whenever it's out.
Nice. Nice. So I just realized I forgot to show the movie ads for Lost Boys. So after this movie, we'll take a quick look at those. So what about the cast? Like the main guy, Bill, well, he's not really the main guy, but Bill McGee is the one who's the popsicle loving
Sam.
dude. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's really good in this. I thought he was
yeah.
outstanding as an actor, and I don't think he's been in much beyond this, right?
Huh.
He was in Drive-In Massacre, I think.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Features him in it, and a couple other movies I've seen him in, not many. He,
Yeah.
like everybody else in this movie, was a stage actor in the Irving, Texas area, which is where SF Brownrigg was based, in Irving, Texas.
Right. Right.
So he was Rosie Holitik, who plays Charlotte, the main the nurse, the one who
Yeah.
doesn't know what's going on and shows
Yeah.
up there. She was from Irving, Texas. She was married to James Graham, who was the money for Don't Look in the Basement, one of the main investors.
Wow.
He was a guy who made it big in the oil industry, and he was married to this, beautiful young woman named Rosie Holitik, who wanted to be a movie star. So he financed these roles for her in low budget horror movies, including Horror High, another
Right.
movie made in Irving, Texas, by a different crew, not SF Brownrigg's people, but she was in Horror High and Encounter with the Unknown, another movie filmed in the Texas area.
And she was an ex-Playboy model.
Yeah, she I think, I bought her issue of Playboy because I just had to see like what her pictorial could have been, and I didn't find it in there. So
Hmm.
one of two things happened. I bought a copy that someone cut the pictures out of, which could have been,
Right.
I don't know, or two, she only posed for the cover because she is on the cover of the issue that she's
Oh, interesting.
and ironically, as you guys know, I publish a fanzine called Drive-In Asylum,
Right.
and Rosie Holitik she's always been my dream interview for Drive-In Asylum because I just love this movie so much. And I find her, she's very captivating in this film. She really
Yes.
pulls you in as the main
Yeah.
character and the person you like. She's vulnerable and you care about what happens to her in it. I think she plays it very well. And unfortunately, Rosie does not want to talk about her film career at all.
Oh,
She eventually married one of the Dallas Cowboys, I'm pretty sure. She married a football star,
hmm.
and then they became born again Christians. And yeah, there was like there was this religious conversion or something, and then she doesn't want to talk about it. She became a realtor, and she made a really big sale on a building. So they're really super rich now. I mean,
Huh.
obviously with a football star too.
Yeah.
So I think she's kind of like an upwardly mobile Christian woman, and she doesn't want to talk about that time she was on the cover of Playboy and she starred in Don't Look in the Basement.
That's funny.
Sadly, I
Oh. All right, I'm going to share the newspaper ads because there's quite a few of them for this movie. But there was a lot of different titles that I found, and we'll see them as we go. But some of the ones from Hawaii are really good too because you've got all these awesome other movies to
oh
look.
yeah,
So you've got, The Fatal Glass of Beer. Oh, that was W.C. Fields. Oh, wow. And Charlie
special
Chaplin, The Vagabond.
special midnight.
What is it?
Look
The
at
Snake Knives of Vengeance.
where it says special midnight show in the upper right hand corner. It's all like there's a Q instead of a P, and they left the H out of midnight.
Oh, yeah.
The H is an upside down Y. They didn't have any letters for this.
Special. Special.
See it with the print.
They spelled
Sorry, that's
amigo.
my copy editor eyes are going.
Yeah, exactly. Like, look at that mistake right there. The friend. That's hilarious. They must have rushed it at the last minute. I mean, even the edge here is kind of not that good.
Yeah.
That's
Get it
fun.
together, people.
So this one, I love this one. That's why I kept this. Please don't go in the basement.
Please don't go.
Where are you seeing that?
Please,
Right
doesn't
here,
it?
arrow. Are you not seeing my cursor
Oh,
move?
please don't go in the
Why?
basement.
Why does it say please?
I don't know.
That's really weird. And
Ridiculous.
there was a movie that Hallmark put out called, well, I'm not even sure what movie it is, but they released something called Please Don't Go in the Bedroom. And
Huh.
please was in the title for that. So it's funny to see that please don't look in the basement.
Yeah. Not even look. It's don't go. Spirit of the Dead, Vampire Lovers. Over here, you've got Crypt of the Living Dead and Night of the Living Dead.
Wow.
Uh,
Brother against brother.
Soylent Green.
It's
Yeah, I know. I hate saying it because it ruins it. Crypt of the Dead, Executive Action, Knives of Vengeance, Siddhartha, Westworld, Charlie Varick, Heavy Traffic. There you go. Look at that. Never leave the theater again. Black Six and I Drink Your Blood.
I love I Drink Your Blood. It's so
Yeah,
good.
yeah. Night of the Living Dead. Crypt of the Living Dead. Is that Paul Nashi? I think.
No, that's Young Hannah, Queen of the Vampires.
Right, right. All right, so we got some similar ones stuff going on here. Knives of Vengeance, good guys, bad guys. Uh, please
Okay.
don't go in the basement. Again, we are asked to please not go in the basement. But it's playing with Spirit of the Dead and Vampire Lovers, which I love that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Please go see this movie.
Yeah. Uh, and we've got this cool ad where they used the thing from
You
Last House.
you found something really rare here, Rigor.
Really?
This is from May 1973, and this was the first time that Hallmark used the title Don't Look in the Basement. As you can see, there's no logo yet.
Oh yeah.
This is when they were testing out titles, and I'm sure you're going to show a couple of them.
Yeah.
But this was the first time they landed on Don't Look in the Basement.
Oh, okay. Interesting. But had Last House on the Left had already used this whole to avoid feigning thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah, not recommended for persons over 30. And you made me watch this.
Sorry,
Sorry.
man.
I
I
could
should have.
sue.
Yeah, you could if something had happened to you, though. I mean,
He had a
you have to
drug
have a
dealer
cause of
heart.
action.
I got a heart condition. I could sue.
So I'll zoom in. I'll start at the top here. Just kind of want to see what's going on in the world. In 1973, July 30th, you got Paper Moon. Never
I,
saw it. Mary Poppins, seen it many
Love
times.
Paper Moon.
Live and Let Die. Have that. Touch of Class. I don't think I've seen that. But don't go in the basement.
That's Don't Go in the Basement
Yeah.
again. Look at
Yeah.
that. Wow, they were confused.
I almost wonder if they couldn't fit the word look. No, they could have fit it.
Anytime you see that style of to avoid feigning, keep repeating, it's only a
Yeah.
movie. Those were all Hallmark releases that had that on there, like that
Right.
strangely shaped scrawl.
Trapezoid. Yeah.
they got ladies' night.
We've got, I know there's some of them, when I was going through them earlier, I was like, why did I pick this one? I don't see it, but oh, right here. Here it is. Don't look in the basement.
Yeah, that's a Hallmark releasing Jamboree
Yeah.
because they also distributed Mark of the Devil and Mark of the Devil Part 2.
Yep.
Last.
I wrote an article for Collider about Mark of the Devil as well. But
They
it's
they
whole,
issued vomit bags for that movie.
yes,
It was Hallmark's release.
I scanned in a picture of mine
Did
for
you
it.
love it?
Yeah. My parents got it when they saw the movie. But look at over here. You've got Challenge of the Dragon. Are you guys seeing my mouse when I highlight things with my
Yeah,
little? Okay. All right, good.
it's just me.
I just get worried. I forget if you guys can see it or not. The Land That Time Forgot with Doug McClure. I saw that in the theater.
I just watched Midnight Cowboy for the first time,
I've never seen it.
ironically.
Chinese Hercules. That's a good one. The first and only muscle mad monster of the martial arts. Say that 10 times fast. Bronson is Valachi. Reynolds is Seamus. Alice's Restaurant, but then oh, there it is. Death Ward 13. That's another title this movie went under.
Well, uh, I have a story about this ad if you want to hear it. This isn't the same movie. This is not Look in the Basement that they're advertising here, even though you're right. Death Ward number 13 was an alternate title for Don't Look in the Basement. But
Hmm.
this is from 74, I think.
Yeah.
Um, in 74, they were distributing a movie called Horror Hospital,
Oh,
and they also used Death Ward 13 as an AKA for Horror Hospital. And that's what this is. That's actually a still from Horror Hospital. That's how we know. But
that's
you are absolutely right. That was a title for Don't Look in the
huh.
Basement very briefly.
I wonder if I found any. I'll have to go through. I
South
mean,
Park.
thousands of them. Here we go. Death Ward 13. But oh, this is from 73. Death Ward number 13.
Yeah, so that could have been Basement if it's from 73.
Twitch of the Death Nerve in the House that Dripped Blood. Snake Pit. What's Snake Pit? That's not a horror movie, is it?
No,
Like,
the Snake Pit is Don't Look in the Basement.
oh, oh, what?
That's another title.
Yes, okay.
And the
It's like five
Pittsfield
titles.
Drive-In, that's
I
the
did a
only
search for
place
that.
that they used it. Was
Yeah,
at the Pittsfield.
that's funny.
Battle for the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, I did. All right, I did a search for Snake Pit, and I didn't remember if I came up with any. It's hard to tell because they're both on this thing. High Plains Drifter. I love that movie.
Yeah, that's good.
Mark of the Devil and The Blind Dead. Ooh, that's a cool double feature.
That was a Hallmark movie too.
The Tombs of the Blind Dead.
Yeah. I think there's a vomit bag for that one too.
Oh, that's cool.
Even though they cut all the violence out. That's Don't Look in the Basement as Death Ward 13.
Okay. Yep.
Mm.
Twitch of the Death Nerve. That's great double feature. House that Dripped Blood. Did we talk about? I know we talked about Twitch, but did we talk about House that Dripped Blood?
I hope so. It's a fave.
We must have.
Did
Oh,
we
here we
talk
go.
about Twitch?
Yes, we definitely did. Well, I don't know. Maybe I did it on. No, I remember watching it twice because I did it on Cult Movie Lounge, but I think we talked about it. I have to make a list. I have to go back and make a list. So all right, so I picked this one. Oh, because this. Oh, and this is from our neck of the woods. Jordan Marsh at Burlington was having the Heritage Room restaurant special. Dinner, cocktails, dinner for two.
You ate there?
Eight
I
dollars dinner for two.
Yeah. At the Burlington Mall, tickets to cinema one or two. That's cool. I don't know. But
Every
look at the
Wednesday
Poseidon
evening.
Adventure. Oh, and Death Ward number 13. That's our movie here with playing with private parts.
Private Parts is so good.
Yeah, that's
Four
freaky.
95 drive-in.
Did you go there?
Yeah. I've been there, yeah.
Yep, I've been there.
Yeah.
Private Parts is so good. That's another movie Hallmark put out briefly. And that's directed by Paul Bartle,
Yes.
where it involves a giant inflatable, a life-size inflatable doll.
That is a freaky movie. And it's not to be confused with Howard Stern's Private Parts.
No.
Never.
Okay, so here's that other Death Ward 13 again then.
Yeah.
But it's also playing with Twitch of the Death Nerve. That's weird.
Patty Hearst case, huh? Look at that.
Well, Hallmark put out Twitch of the Death Nerve.
Oh, right.
They were
Okay.
all Hallmark movies.
South Park. It's playing in South Park.
Hallmark used so many titles for Twitch of the Death Nerve, which was Bay of Blood. They put it out. I think they used 5 or 6 different titles for that. They put it out most notoriously as Last House Part 2,
Oh my God.
even though there was no Last House on the Left Part 2. But they had some prints of Bay of Blood lying around as Twitch of the Death Nerve, and they're like, well, we'll put that out as Last House 2. And to make it, to maximize it, they also cut the same title into prints of Night Train Murders.
Oh wow.
So wherever you went, if you went somewhere to see Last House Part 2, you may have seen Bay of Blood, you may have seen Night Train Murders.
That's
It didn't
hilarious.
matter.
That's so funny. Look at this one on the left here at the Valley Drive-In. There's Wicked Wicked, The Cremators, and Legend of Hell House.
I love Wicked Wicked.
What is Wicked Wicked?
Wicked Wicked is it's a movie where there are 2 cameras on screen at the same time. like side by side. You watch two images the entire movie. It's a, slasher. I think
Yeah.
like oh, have you seen it, Owen?
No.
Mm, mm. Well, it's really good. TCM shows it every once in a while. You should check it out.
It sounds familiar. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. All right, what do we got? Blazing Saddles. I saw that in the movies. The Exorcist. Oh wait, is this? No, that's a real bride. So all right, so his victims would pray as every perverse desire. God help me, they will stop operating till the. Okay, see, I wondered about that line there. I'm like, wait a minute, that doesn't go with this movie.
Yeah, it's the other movie.
It's the like crazy hospital movie, right? Whatever.
Yeah,
Horror Hospital.
Horror hospital, right?
register at the snack bar for free giveaways.
Ooh,
They also put out Horror Hospital as Eastworld.
Really? Oh, to compete with Westworld?
Yeah, to make it look like it was a sequel to Westworld.
That's
Eastworld.
And of course, over here you've got the incredible Chesty Morgan.
yes.
See the
She was
mob get busted when Chesty takes her revenge.
My
dead.
favorite is Double Agent 73. I mean, they're all the same, really, but Double Agent 73 is probably like the most batshit out of all of them.
What's
Robert Shaw.
Deadly Weapons? What is that?
That's Chesty Morgan's movie.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Okay. And then it's playing with the Italian connection. That's weird. So, Chesty Morgan's not X-rated. It's R-rated. Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, they weren't porn.
Oh, I thought they were.
She's
They
just
were
very
soft core.
Oh, I'm gonna have to check this out. There it is again.
the palace.
Oh, to the
Did you go
palace.
there?
No, this is Berkshire. So this is out Western Mass.
Steve Morgan.
Lanesboro. I don't know where that is.
Do you guys know who Chesty Morgan was?
I remember the name and that she had big tits, but that was it.
Do you remember the movie Serial Mom?
Yes.
Yes.
There's that scene where the kid's masturbating to porn, and the movie that he puts on is
Chesty Morgan porn.
Deadly Weapons.
Oh, that's funny.
Really?
That's Chesty Morgan that's in that
Right.
movie that he's watching, yeah, with the gigantic boobs.
Okay, that makes sense. Here we go. Don't go down the basement.
Wow, there's like 30 names to that movie.
What? That's not official, but I love it.
I'm surprised we found it on streaming with all the names it has.
Don't go down the basement. That's like a Pittsburghism.
Yeah, where is this from? The Oconomowoc Enterprise. I don't know where that is.
Female is response.
The Swedish Exchange Club.
I wonder what that.
That's hilarious. All right, here we go. So I wonder if the Dawn is dead. I haven't looked it up, but it's not. It's like I think Rod Steiger's in it, but I thought it was going to be another name for Massacre Mafia style.
That's what I would have guessed.
Yeah, but it's not. It's what did I say? I think Rod Steiger's
Massacre Mafia style.
Yeah. Which I love that movie. It's so bad, it's good. Oh, here we go. Don't look in the basement. The day the insane took over the asylum. Hey,
Which that's like really giving away the twist.
Right.
In the tagline.
In a way, like I was gonna say, the title could have been of this movie. Inmates are running the asylum.
Westworld. The gang that couldn't shoot straight. Blood of the Dragon and
Billy
Wrestling
Jack. Holy shit, that's like a total 70s trailblazer, Billy Jack.
Yeah.
Heavy traffic. What do you say to a naked lady?
Right. I see that title everywhere. What do you say to a naked lady?
A New Leaf's good. I like that movie.
New Leaf. Where is that one? Sounds familiar. I think we've talked
with Touch of Class and Play It Again, Sam.
Play It Again, sure.
A New Leaf is Walter Matthau, and he's like he wants to marry a woman and kill her for her insurance, and he finds a rich lady to do it to, and then when he moves in with her, he discovers everyone else is trying to kill her too, and he starts to like try and defend her instead of letting her die.
Oh, that's cool. I have to see that one. Is it a comedy or is it?
Yeah, it's a comedy.
Oh wow, I love Walter Matthau. I'll have to check that one out. I haven't heard of that one. All right, then we've got.
I think Walter Matthau is going to play me in my biography.
Oh, there you go.
That's respectable.
Larry Storch is playing me in mine.
Yeah.
I
Actually,
honestly believe that even just a little bit of Mathau is enough to transform you.
So look at this over here. Bob Denver's appearing in person to play the Odd Couple with Bob
oh,
Basso. How cool is that?
He had to earn a living somehow. He wasn't getting paid for all those Gilligan's Island reruns.
He got screwed big time.
Mm-hmm.
Kung Fu Mama. I want to see that with
did
Kung
it?
Fu, the Invisible Fist.
Did I tell you the time Sherman Helmsley and Pat Morita came to Stoneham?
I remember that.
Yeah,
But then they like had a huge
do
like they
a
were doing the Odd
play
Couple and
at the
they had a
theater.
huge fight, right?
Yeah, they were supposed to do the Odd Couple.
Yeah.
So it was, you got George Jefferson and Mr. Miyagi as the Odd Couple.
And Arnold from Happy Days.
Right. So I work right across the street. I look out. All of a sudden, I look out across the street, and I'm like, "Is that Mr. Miyagi trying to break into somebody's car? He's trying to open a car door, and it wasn't his. All of a sudden, some guy grabs him and walks him like 3 blocks down to where his car is.
Oh, that's
He didn't get
funny.
away with the car.
But he quit the show like before they even started or something,
No,
right?
they fired him 2 weeks before opening night
Oh,
because
Ah,
he was such a drunk.
he was breaking into people's
Yeah,
cars, man.
he was getting so drunk he didn't know what was going on. He was every lunch break he was going across the street
yeah.
drinking.
Well, that's sad.
It was.
Yeah.
But Sherman Helmsley was a great guy. He used to come in and I went to a Red Sox game with him.
Oh, wow.
I
Oh,
took
that's cool.
Yeah, I took him to Fenway Park. He'd never been, and he threw out the first pitch.
What? That's
Yes.
awesome.
Yeah.
What year was this?
I'm gonna say probably around '06, something like that.
Oh,
Maybe
wow.
even earlier. It might have even been like '01, '02.
Where were you working, Anthony's?
I was working at Anthony's, and Anthony's knows the head ground. He's a regular, the head's groundskeeper from Fenway Park.
Oh, okay.
So when Sherman Helmsley, befriended us, and we said we were going to go to a Red Sox game together, he told this guy, "Hey, I got George Jefferson coming to a Red Sox game with us. You want to do something?" And he was like, "Hold on." And he talked to who he had to talk to. He's like, "I got you guys set up for. You're going to be sitting right over the dugout, first row, and he's going to throw out the first pitch." We were like,
Wow.
I was like, "This is
That's
awesome."
awesome.
That
I
is
got to
awesome.
go with George Jefferson.
Anthony's is this awesome deli in Stoneham. I think they're still there, right? They've been there for
Oh,
50.
they are. He's still there.
Yeah. So over here, real quick, we got Don't Look in the Basement, Last House on the Left, Twitch of the Death Nerve. And just look at this, though. Is this El Paso? Yeah, I love looking at El Paso back in the 70s because of all the freaking movies just
Yeah.
everywhere.
Hey, don't do that now.
It's
She's
okay.
playing with her squeaky toy.
Three in the Cellar. What's that? Oh,
It's
Joan
like
Collins.
it's a British comedy.
Larry Hagman and Joan Collins.
I think it's British.
Woods of Flatbush. Benji. Oh, is that the first Benji? What year? Yeah, 74. I saw that in the theater, man. I bawled my eyes out.
Benji. No.
Here we go. Dirty Mary, Crazy Larry.
There
Look
you
at
go.
this playlist here. The Last American Hero. Oh, Charlie Varick. There you go, talking about Walter Matthau. So we got Last House on the Left, Don't Look in the Basement, and Twitch of the Death Nerve, and The Beast Must Die with Peter Cushing.
Ugh.
I remember watching that on Creature Double Feature.
Did they show the werewolf break?
Yeah, trying to remember. I forget.
You remember that? It's like at the end of the
Yeah,
movie, it stops, and you're supposed to like be deciding
I think
who
they
the
did.
werewolf
Yeah,
is.
I think they did. Tales from the Crypt also playing. Oh, that's cool. That's a good movie.
Governor's
Or,
Blue.
Fistful
or
of
Joan
Diamonds
Collins.
playing with the Outside Man. Girls Are for Lovin'. House is Not a Home. These are all like just like statements. Here you go.
Slaughter Hotel.
Slaughter Hotel. Don't look in the basement. That's a command. Don't look in the basement. Oh, the
Rocket.
Companeros. We covered that over on the East Meets the West. That was good.
Slaughter Hotel was a Klaus Kinski movie about strangler in an insane asylum
Oh,
for
wow.
rich nubile women who walked around naked throughout most of it.
That's,
But it was interesting. Hallmark had an ad campaign for it that made it seem like it was about the Richard Speck murders.
huh.
It said like see witness the slaughter of 8 innocent nurses.
Oh, geez. Interesting. Here we go. Look at this one.
There's the judge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My name is Oliver W. Cameron.
Oliver. Yeah.
That's Gene Ross, who's been in a million movies.
Yes.
He was in all of SF Brownrigg's movies. He was in Angel from
Oh,
1985. He's
yeah.
one of the Johns that picks up what's
What's
that actress's name
oh, I
who
just
plays
listened to a
Angel?
podcast about that too, and I can't remember now.
And also he's in Halloween 4. A couple other high visibility moments
Yeah.
for him.
All right, we got a whole bunch here. Chicago Tribune. You've got Enter the Dragon, playing with the Godfather. Enter the Dragon. Bruce Lee and John Saxon. Thief Who Came to Dinner. Lady Kung Fu, playing with Enter the Dragon and Don't Look in the Basement.
Wow,
Gene Hackman in Dark
that's
Knight with the
awesome.
Scarecrow.
Enter the Dragon and Don't Look in the Basement. Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
amazing.
Look at this one, The Harrod Experiment and Don't Look in the Basement. That's pretty high profile, those two double features right there.
I'm sure by now, I mean, if they were showing on double features, this was late into their runs. It's not like they chose Don't Look in the Basement to be screened next to it. But yeah, it's amazing that I mean, well, there literally is no place for this to happen anymore, really. But they don't
Yeah,
make movies like Don't Look in the Basement anymore and issue them to the drive-in circuit. You can
right,
still go to the drive-in, but
right.
the only thing you'll see there are the same movies that are playing in theaters, which that used to not be the case so
Yeah,
much.
yeah. All right, so we've got some more. Walter. Oh, here's our movie rate. I think all of them, there aren't any real ads for the movie, but there's some cool ones here. But all of the ones of them are here. Don't look. Oh, there we go. Don't look in the
Oh, there's
basement.
Pittsburgh.
What are we? Oh yeah, we're Pittsburgh Press. Portnoy's Complaint. I think I saw that. It was Richard Benjamin. My parents loved the weirdest things, and they loved Richard Benjamin movies. I think I've seen every single one of them.
There's Wicked Wicked again with Westworld at the
Yeah,
drive-in.
yeah,
Tiffany Balling, she's one of the actresses and actors in Wicked Wicked.
yeah. Dagmar's Hot Pants.
Debatable.
All right, so the movie Where's Papa it reminded me there's a movie with the weirdest title. It stars Jonathan Winters, and it's called Oh Dad, Poor Dad, Mama's Hung You in the Closet, and I'm Feeling So Sad.
That's a play.
It is just fucked up. I just
Walking tall.
so
With
oh
the
here we go. Yeah, another look at oh yeah, Walking Tall. There you go.
Rock did a remake.
Yeah.
Yes.
His reputation just kind of crashed and burned.
Who, The Rock?
Buford Pusser.
Oh, Buford Pusser, yeah.
You guys heard about that, right?
No.
Oh yeah. It turns out he murdered his wife.
The
Oh,
real Buford Pusser? Pusser?
Yes.
Oh my God, I did not hear that.
Yeah, he set up that whole thing. Like where and they proved it recently.
Oh my God.
They're like, yeah, he set up her murder. And yeah, doesn't that suck?
That's
how did
crazy.
they originally thought it happened?
Well, she was killed in a drive-by shooting,
Oh,
supposedly, like
okay.
from someone that was after him. But of course, it turned out to be somebody that he arranged for this to happen with.
Oh.
Yeah.
Um, on a different note, I just wanted to ask, Marlon Brando was in Last Tango in Paris. Why was that rated X? I've always seen his rated, but I've never seen the movie. There's no hard
Sex.
porn in there?
There's
Well,
nudity. That's it, right?
there is sex in it. I mean, it's pretty explicit. There's not
It is.
hardcore inserts or anything, but I think the reason that it's rated X is because there's a rape scene, and
Oh,
Marlon Brando rapes this woman with
oh,
using butter to get into the area, if you know what I mean. So that's kind of X-rated, I guess.
ay, ay, ay. I wanted to point this one out up here. Well, first of all, you got some horror hits, but it's Don't Look in the Basement of the Last House Again. But over here, you've got Bruce Lee and Enter the Dragon with Five Fingers of Death. That's another one I've covered on East Meets the West. That's a good one.
Yeah.
All right, we have to keep going through this because we have to go back into the Lost Boys ones. This one, I remember there wasn't much in it. When Women Had Tails. Well, I remember when I was a kid, I thought this was Raquel Welch, and then I went, wait a minute, that's not Raquel Welch. Oh, here it is, Playing with Last House Again. Um, all right, what else? Don't Look in the Basement. Let's look at this, like all over this paper.
Yeah.
The same four
It is.
movies. Not recommended for persons over 30 when we saw that. All right. What else do we got here? Just a lot of crazy. Oh yeah, The Dawn is Dead. Yeah, Anthony Quinn is the one that was in it, not what's his name. But Theater of Blood was a double feature with Dawn is Dead.
Amazing. Theater of Blood. I love it.
Yeah, Vincent Price.
I think this was the day he died, or like a couple days ago. I'm seeing it on Facebook.
Oh, really? Oh, geez. I haven't really been on social media much. Bloody Mask down here. That's cool. The Screaming Tiger. Playing with the Italian Connection. They keep pairing up the Italian Connection with Kung Fu films. I think they're playing to two different audiences, but anyways.
Yeah, not a lot of Italian kung fu.
Uh, Screaming Tiger, the Italian Connection again. It must have been the, like you said, oh yeah, AIP, that's why.
Yeah.
Same distributors. Sex Diary of a Woman Doctor.
Hmm.
Isn't that like there's another one that's Sex Diary of a Sex Mad Woman or something?
What this is a sex diary. Like she has a diary, and then she has a sex diary too. That's like in your underwear drawer. You keep the sex diary.
Of a woman doctor. Not a female doctor, it's a woman doctor.
Your sex diary.
That's so good.
What the fuck?
I'm trying to remember what where
Honolulu.
it might have just been that these were cool movies. All right, so let's go to the next one here. Another one full of all kinds of stuff. The Avengers. Oh, here we go. Marvel's The Avengers, starring Chen Xiu-Ying, Liu Chang-ming, Liu
Yeah.
Ting-lung, and Louis Ming. Chariots of the Gods, Lords of Flatbush, Let the Good Times Roll.
James Earl Jones.
James L. Jones. Oops.
Lords of Flatbush. They really hoped that was going to be a big hit.
So now I have to go back and find out what this means. Wait, say that again. Lords of Flatbush, what?
I think they really wanted that to be a big hit, and it
Yeah,
wasn't.
yeah,
Wasn't Henry Winkler was in that, and
yeah. It's pre-Happy Days, I think. But look at this here. Friday the 13th. Late thrill shows Waikiki #2 and
Yeah,
Varsity.
Stallone was in that too. Lords of
Uh,
Flat.
yeah,
Who was?
Stallone.
Oh yeah, yeah. But this one here, Friday the 13th. Late thrill shows with the Waikiki #2 and Varsity. Those must be theater. So now I gotta go back and look at because this is Wednesday the 11th. So Friday the 13th, they've got something cool going on.
Right.
the Lords of Flatbush. They hired Stallone after seeing his performance in Party at Kitty and Studs.
This I thought it was from the Out of Towners when he mugs Jack Lemmon.
Party
Uh,
at Kitty and Studs was like this softcore movie that
Yeah,
Stallone did.
he was
Yeah.
in soft.
Fists of Revenge. The Rivals, Family Jewels, Friendly Family, The Snare. So many movies to see, so little time. The Neptune Factor with Battle for the Planet of the Apes. What is the Neptune Factor?
Like an undersea adventure thing. I've never seen it. It's like a Jules Verne-ish story, but not.
All right, let's just keep going. Fists of the Devil King, Taste of Hell, Seven Up. So I don't think there's anything major here. Oh, here it is. Personal bath. That's not
I love Personal Bath.
it. Queen Bee. Oh, there it is. Over here on the left. The last ad on the
Nope.
left.
Basement.
Scream Baby Scream. I love that movie.
Which one is that one?
It's about this artist who is he's like a mad doctor too, and he injects people and it makes their faces deform and then he paints them.
Oh,
It's really messed up.
I think
I
I
love
watched
it.
that last year. That was
Sadie.
funny. All right. Oh, and I think that's the end. I don't think
The
we got
High Cost of Virginity. I didn't know it was so expensive.
to. Look at this one here. The scorpion's sting. Ken Mohea, revenge in her heart, a knife in her hand.
A bee in her bonnet.
It's a
All
high
right, so that's
Virginia
the ends of that. So let's
plus.
we'll stop that one. And so the budget was supposedly under 100,000 for this movie. Yeah, I couldn't find any ads for the Forgotten because I guess the word Forgotten is so common. There was like hundreds of thousands of them, and I wasn't about to go through them all.
If I was worth anything, I would have sent them to you already. I apologize because
Oh,
I have so many of them. There are other titles too, like The Snake Pit was another one, but my favorite weird title for Don't Look in the Basement was Beyond Help.
yeah.
Which,
Beyond Help. I tried looking for that too. Yeah.
there's only one theater that ever showed it. You won't
Interesting.
find it in an archive, but years ago, Chris Poggiali of Temple of Schlock shared it on his blog, so it's out there to find. And that is actually part of the film. That's a line from the film where
Right.
they're talking about one of the patients, and she's like, "Is she beyond help?" And Dr. Masters goes, "Beyond help." Say
We don't
that
do
means
that
we,
here.
yeah,
That means
exactly.
you gave up on them. Blah blah blah. Yeah.
She's so good. Anne McAdams, aka why can't I remember her other name? Her real name. Oh, Annabelle Wienik.
Hmm.
She was a huge figure in theater in the Texas area, and she also was really crucial in getting a lot of these exploitation films made. She's a great actress. I love her scene in this where she has her moment where she's like, "What does she know? Does she know
Yeah.
how I worked, how I trained to be the best?" I love that
Yeah.
scene.
I just love the whole vibe of this movie. Like at first, like I said, about halfway through, it was like, what the hell is going on here? And then my wife and I finally figured out it was supposed to be surreal on purpose, and it was supposed to be like this nightmare that you just can't wake up from. And once you figure that out, it all of a sudden becomes an amazing movie.
How do you guys like the scene with the telephone man?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I didn't
said to her,
understand how it ended with him though.
I'm like, we're kind of dwelling on the telephone guy for quite a while here. What's going on?
Yeah. Well, basically, I guess she like raped him in the closet. That's
Yeah,
what they sort of like allude to.
right.
Alright. But how does he die? But they show him dead later, right?
Oh,
Or
well,
Yeah.
Dr. Masters killed him
right, right,
Oh,
right, right.
yeah.
when during her rampage. I guess she wasn't going to let him leave because he had seen things in the
Right.
asylum and he might
Right.
have told. So I know that's spoilerish, but it's an ancient movie and they spoil it right on the poster,
Right.
saying the day the insane took over the asylum. And honestly, I don't think it's intended to be a secret because a couple of times Brownrigg shows you that she's another patient because they show her file, like the character the Sarge who saw the enemy soldiers coming that weren't there all the time. Like
Yeah.
he gets in, he has her file and she burns it in his hand and makes him hold it while it's
Right.
burning.
Yeah.
So
I didn't notice that, yeah.
you know that there's something about her that she's the villain, but the way it just sort of unravels is very unique in this film.
Yeah. I remember there was one point where I turned to my wife and I was like, I get the impression that she's not really a doctor. She's becoming one of the patients now.
Yeah, it's really a creepy idea when you
Yeah.
think about it, because they were so isolated out there, and here she comes walking into this. And after you know the twist and you go back and watch it, you can see that whole scene where she interviews her. That's what's happening there. First, she wants to get rid of her and she tells her to leave. And
Right.
then she says to her, "Oh, well, I guess I could leave and I could go back to where I used to work and tell them what happened here. And maybe they'll give me my job back." And she's like, "Oh, well, on second thought, maybe you can stay here and work here anyway."
Right.
Yeah.
She's
Right.
just been trapped.
Okay.
Yeah. All right,
I
Bill. So,
actually
oh, sorry.
for half a second I thought maybe the Charlotte there. This movie was going to be like Shutter Island, where she was actually the crazy one. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Thought for
They
a second
say that to
that was
her.
going to happen. Remember they sold like, "Yo, you're the patient here."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
She's
"Is this
like,
gonna totally
"No."
flip it that way and show it like that point of view?" You know?
Yeah.
I mean, it could have been that.
Right,
That could have
right.
been the
It's that much
truth.
of a psychological thriller. You're right.
I'm sorry, but if I was her and I went in on my first day, and first of all, you find out that one of the patients killed your boss that you were supposed to work for.
Yeah.
And I think after 5 minutes of looking around that place, I'd be like, see ya, I'm gonna go work at the gas station or something, you know?
That's
Just
how
killed the boss, and now you have me living in a room with no locks.
Right.
that's how dedicated she was. She was so
Yeah.
committed.
I think she was desperate for the job. She really just needed the money. But
No,
man,
she had a job that she was working at, and she
that's
she wanted
right.
to advance her career.
That's right. That's right. I forgot about that. All right. So, Bill, why don't you give us your final thoughts on Don't Look, Go, or Forget About the Basement?
Don't go down the basement.
Yeah,
It's
don't
you
go.
know,
Please don't go down the
it's already
basement.
forgotten.
Please don't eat the daisies, and please don't go down the basement.
Yins there down there in that basement, and your mom's gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
Uh, oh, it's one of my favorite movies ever. I don't know if you guys saw my pillow. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
I have a couple of them. I have this one too. I made a whole series of them on Shutterfly.
Oh, nice.
There's the judge.
That's awesome.
So I'm all in for Don't Look in the Basement. All of SF Brownrigg's movies, really, I love them. And I think this one, like I said, it's one of those movies. I first saw it on late night TV. It was on Chiller Theater a couple of times. Chilly Billy showed it, and
Yeah.
also they played it on WOR TV, 9 from New York, had it on a lot. So, in fact, I think I had to watch it more than once to figure out what the hell was going on. Because I was a kid, I really didn't understand a lot of it, but I got it. Eventually, one day I got it, and I was like, oh, like it was one of the first movies I can remember that happening to me
Yeah.
for, like, where I was like in for the plot. So this kind of has like, nostalgic vibes for me. Maybe it's just my thing. I don't know, but I really like this kind of film. This is totally my jam. Like low budget, stagey, but there's a weird story there that sucks you in. That's totally what I look for in movies, even more so than blockbusters. This is
Yeah.
where I want to be.
Well, that's awesome. And Owen, I just wanted to mention one of our fans, Frank Palvino, asked, "Did Sherman Hemsley march out to the mound like George Jefferson?" I can see him doing the strut, you know.
Dun, 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 it.
No, that's
Hopefully.
Sanford and Son, you
That was
goof.
Sanford and
That's
Son.
it, right. No, yeah, he just came strolling out.
That's funny. All right, so Owen, why don't you give us your final thoughts on Don't Look in the Basement?
Oh, yeah, a good movie. I mean, it was a fun ride. It was a good movie. All in on it. At first, I wasn't, and then it became a typical, not typical, but it became a deep thinking psychological thriller. It really was.
Yeah.
Um, There was more twist than you think, not just, the twist that we were originally all know about, just with Sam alone. Sam, think about the twist with him, you know?
Yeah,
Uh, so it was unique, unique. Like I said earlier, it was gritty and weird. A
yeah,
lot of well, even though it was kinda, like, over the top, the acting, it was all good acting, though.
yeah,
Like, none of the acting was cheesy, like, it was pretty spot on for a bunch of, like you said, stage actors from, what was it,
Hmm.
Texas?
Texas, yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. They were all really good.
acting was good, the acting was pretty good.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Um.
A plus.
All right. So before I forget, I wanted to show you guys because we were talking about please don't do this and please don't do this don't do that. And this is a sign I just put up in my bathroom last week, and you should be able to see it.
Please
Oh,
also
yeah. I mean,
What's
that's
funny is
just to
what?
go into someone's bathroom and summon demons. That's just rude.
Just rude.
No,
What's
because your
funny?
pipes may explode.
I
Red
didn't I didn't notice when I bought it I got this off of Temu. It's look up here. See how please is like AI does that weird kind of thing with text sometimes where it just doesn't understand it. So it
Yeah,
said please don't and then
Yeah.
it said please
that's it.
again, please summon demons in the bathroom. And I got it and I was like, "Oh, are you kidding me?" So I took some paint and I drew some eyeballs over the word please.
Yeah.
Rigor, you got sucked in.
Yeah, it was one of those things where I just didn't look at it hard enough. But yeah, so my final thoughts on this movie was, yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. Like I said, I agree. It was confusing at first, but once you wrap your brain around the fact that it's supposed to be like a nightmare, it's really good and really effective, and it's definitely worth a second viewing. I'd like to watch this again at some point down the
Uh,
line.
there was something I wanted to say about your experience with this, Rigor. You said that there were scenes in it that you felt that you had seen before. I bet I know where one of them is from. And
What?
it was the scene where Charlotte is in the hall and she has that towel wrapped around her head, and the old
Yeah.
lady scares her. And she's like, "Oh, Mrs. Callahan, why do you creep around like that?"
Yeah.
That's in House.
Oh.
They're watching that on TV in the
Oh,
movie House. So
maybe that's right.
if you've seen House a lot, which I used to watch that all the time in the 80s, I rented it a lot on
Yeah,
VHS. So there's a clip from Don't Look in the Basement in that.
that's
Right.
hilarious. All right, so because I forgot, we'll quickly go through these Lost Boys ones. I apologize for doing it. Another thing, I guess I don't have them open yet, so hold on. Let me open it up, and then go back to here, and there's got to be a better way of putting this camera so that I can see. All right, here we go. Oh wait, this is Don't Look in the Basement. I did that already. No, I don't want to do that. I apologize, folks.
AKA Don't Go Down the Basement.
Don't go down the basement. Hold on. Here we go. Lost Boys.
Don't go
All
anywhere
right,
near.
good. There aren't that many Lost Boys. All right, so I will now share this on my Zoom. Share.
Oh,
Oh,
while you're doing that, Rigor, can
yeah.
I plug my friend Joe Rude's movie? It's
Oh,
Don't.
yeah.
It's called Don't, and what it is it's a documentary where he actually goes to the location of the Stevens Sanitarium and other SF Brown rig original locations, but he totally explores the asylum from Don't Look in the Basement, and the backstory is he slept there that night
Oh,
alone.
And did
cool.
he encounter anything?
No.
Oh.
No, it's owned by a church that uses it as like a vacation Bible school kind of dormitory.
Huh.
But yeah, there were no ghosts. And
They don't talk about.
they forbid him to go in the basement.
Oh.
They said, you can go anywhere, but we really, even though the movie's called Don't Look in the Basement, we don't want you to look in the basement.
Don't. We're serious. Don't.
So he didn't.
That's hilarious. All right, so can you guys see this? We got some Lost Boys here.
Mm-hmm.
It's hip, scary, erotic, and funny. Like
It's,
across the board.
all of
Oh, and
that.
this is where we're our old stomping grounds there. Woburn. I would have seen this at Woburn. Uh, Slumerville, Framingham, Danvers, Revere. The Revere Cinemas, I think, just closed down recently. Can you hear me, Owen?
Yeah, a couple years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
Longer even, probably 5 years
It
ago.
it sucks because my kids live right around the corner from it. Like it's literally in walking distance.
Yeah.
All right. And then we've got this one here. The nation's been bitten by the boys. Sleeper. Oh, I thought it said sleepover hit. I was like, what? Uh, all right. That's pretty good there.
Bullet
They're all
Coach.
pretty much the same. Oh, but look at it. It was playing at the same time as Monster Squad. Well, we saw that during Monster Squad when we looked at those.
Masters of the Universe.
What's her name? The Courtney Cox was the main character, chicken Masters of the Universe. Do you know that? You saw that, right?
Did not. I forgot
Yeah.
about.
It's like one of her first roles. Like she had done the Springsteen video, and then she did this, and then oh look it, I can't really see it, but oh I can move you. You're in the way. Spaceballs.
Yeah.
Bigfoot doesn't exist. Harry and the Hendersons.
Harry and the Hendersons. What a good movie.
In England, and I'm wondering why it's not popping up here, but in England, maybe we will see it. It was called Bigfoot and the Hendersons. I'll have to ask Bill if he knows why that was changed, because that
I'm in
doesn't
love.
Full Metal Jacket. And then look at what a year. RoboCop, Masters of the Universe, Fatal Attraction, Predator,
Oh
The
yeah.
Lost Boys,
I saw
Lethal Weapon.
in the movie theater.
What?
I saw Fatal Attraction in the movie theater. I
Yeah, I
remember
did
that.
too. I'm sorry, but if you're married to Ann Archer, why would you cheat on her with Glenn Close?
I
Ew.
know. Yeah.
Wish you were here. No way out. Oh, so this is in England. This is from England. Because the ratings 15, 15, 18.
Yep.
It's basically their PG-13 is 15 and their rated R is 18.
Gotcha.
Yeah, see Bigfoot and the Hendersons right there.
Bigfoot and the Hendersons.
He's got little big feet.
Harry, you assholes.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a translation thing. They speak English too. Why?
Right. It was Harry, dicks.
Maybe they just figured people wouldn't get like we know
Right.
what Bigfoot is, but
They wanted to
in
know it was a
England they
Bigfoot
don't.
movie.
I don't know. Yeah. Crime. Oh, Diane Keaton. She just died.
Yeah.
Uh,
Heart attack?
I didn't actually read what she died of. I don't know. I would like to show that one to Bill, but you're gonna have to come back to it. Which one was the
Bill's
most?
here.
Oh, Bill, you got to see this one. In England, they didn't call it Harry and the Hendersons. They called it Bigfoot and the Hendersons.
Oh, I never knew.
I was like, it can't be a translation issue.
Well, that's more honest and to the point, you know.
True.
Well, that's what, yeah.
Sasquatch and the Hendersons.
Owen and I were just saying that the maybe it's because like Bigfoot's very popular around here, but maybe not so much in England, so they wanted to get more direct.
Middleton was playing Inner Space. Remember Inner Space?
I loved it. I saw that in the movies.
Yeah.
Unpossessed. But look at this, the Gatley Tatton Luxury Cinemas. There's major retained on the giant screen, full stereo sound. Minor, The Lost Boys, Hope and Glory. What does that even mean?
I don't know.
Got a licensed bar though. Seats bookable. Wow, so you could pick your seats ahead of time. That's was pretty progressive for back then. Wouldn't you say? Hello?
No
I
You guys
guess.
smoke.
frozen?
Yeah, well, yeah, you jammed up there
Oh.
for a minute, but I think I understood what you said.
Oh. I forgot what I said. Oh,
You were talking about seats being bookable and how
oh
that
yeah,
was.
yeah, yeah. That's weird. All right, let's go to the next one. Lost Boys. That's a cool one. You don't see that poster often.
No.
Sleep all day, party all night.
Um, any of you guys notice on the streaming platform the cover for the Lost Boys, like the logo was them hanging from that bridge.
Oh
Right.
yeah,
That was my, which I've never seen that like poster before
yeah.
to show the Lost Boys. So I was like, "What is this?" I go, "Oh, it's the Lost Boys."
That's funny. Here we go. Is another one. Motorcycle vampires are revving to town. Your chance to win a Lost Boys T-shirt. That's cool. Horror films a dream come true for rock fans. Oh, this was funny. It gives the plot. I think it gives away too much almost.
Us.
Talks about the soundtrack though. That's cool. All right, so let's go. Oh, look at this here. So there's another one. There's a cool picture of Michael there. I love that whole ending sequence. That was cool.
Yeah,
Don't let
not
the
so chilling.
yeah.
Tough audience.
Comedy, comedy, then more comedy. I thought this ending was very tense. It wasn't scary, but oh yeah, Bigfoot and the Hendersons. The Henderson family driving home from a camping holiday wound a legendary Bigfoot. They befriend him, but face problems when hunters try to track him down. Great family viewing. Sounds violent to me. And here we've got Betty Davis and Hush Hush Sweet Charlotte.
Hush, hush.
That's a scary movie.
I
Again,
love
that's
that movie. Yeah,
yeah.
I just watched Dead Ringer today with
With
Betty
Jeremy
Davis.
Irons.
Betty Davis,
Oh,
where she plays twin sisters.
right,
Yes.
right. Yeah, that's freaky. All right. And then here we go. Some Jamie
Offshoot
Gertz here.
is.
Newfangled vampire. Jamie Gertz has a role with Bite in The Lost Boys. Think, is this oh no, so they're talking about oh here we go. Hard on the heels of Near Dark. Oh, speak of the devil, comes The Lost Boys. Features John Bright Street, Birmingham. Oh, those must be the theaters. Ostensibly a vampire movie, but really a case of identity crisis. Are they little horrors or comedians? It's an uncontrollable, uncomfortable hybrid which achieves absurdity but little else. Count Dracula must be turning in his unquiet grave at the antics of these teenagers. Oh my God. Lost Boys.
True, all of it true.
No relation to Peter Pan's mob or
Our
motorcycle yobos. Yobos? Wow, they did not like that movie, huh?
Dracula, you boomer.
Diane
Michael
Woodman.
falls for a toothsome vampirette, Jamie Gertz.
Oh, she doesn't even have fangs, does she?
I know, no. It's the attack of any monster. Holy shit. All right, let's see if we can get through this so we can get to the last movie. Back to the beach. Uh, Care Bears versus Spaceballs over here. I guess they killed
Ooh.
predators. Which they're
Sequel.
making a Spaceballs too. I am so excited for that.
Are they making a Care Bears too?
Oh, that I don't know. Here we go.
Predacare bears.
Care Boys, the Lost Bears, and that's the last of it. So that was the Lost Boys. So don't let me forget to do the next ones. Um, all right, I need to find my notes again. Ah, there we go. And then where are you guys? There you are. Okay. So next up, we are doing. Oh, did I give my final impressions? I don't think I did. But Lost Boy. This movie, I think I did. Yeah, this movie was great. Right. That's why we did the Lost Boys.
For
Okay.
basement, yeah, you did.
Yeah,
So
we did.
next up is Shaun of the Dead from 2004. Shaun's stuck in a rut, a dead-end job, stalled relationship, a slob of a best friend glued to the couch. But when the zombie apocalypse finally knocks on London's door, He decides it's finally time to get his act together. Step one, rescue the people he loves. Step two, go to the Winchester pub. Step three, hope no one dies too loudly before pints are downed. As the world falls apart around them with very British understatement, Shaun and his ragtag crew lurch towards survival with a mix of bravery, denial, and perfect comic timing. Equal parts heartfelt and horrifying, this is a zombie film with actual brains. So first impressions. I'm going to go first this time. This is another one that I did not get to see in the theater, but I had read about it in Fangoria. I think I knew I wanted to see it before it came out because I'm pretty sure I bought it like on pre-order for DVD or something. It's just amazing. I love this movie. Um, for those who are watching it for the first time, you've got to pay attention to what's going on in the background. That's key to this movie because there's so much that happens that he's just oblivious to, and I'm sure we'll get to that. That it's great and it definitely holds up on repeated viewing. So, Owen, why don't you go next? What was your first
Yeah.
impression? When did you first see it?
Well, I first really saw it a couple weeks ago. Like, paid attention, I should say. I wanted to see it. I was a fan of Hot Fuzz, right? And I think it was like '07, and I watched it with a girl, but it turned into Netflix and chill. So I didn't really watch. I didn't really, pay attention and watch the end of it. I do remember that we rented it, but I didn't get to really see it. I loved it. It was everything I thought it would be. It got the humor, it got the good everything. But like you said, you got to watch the little things in the background.
Yeah.
Uh, my biggest takeaway. Maybe I should save this for my final thought. I don't know. Yeah, maybe I will. But it's it's just a fun movie to just like follow along and go with. You know.
Okay.
And,
Bill?
very
Oh, sorry.
relatable
Yes.
to a lot of people out there as well.
Yep. Bill.
I like it a lot. I've only seen it once, really, and I haven't watched it again. But I thought it was really good the way that they sort of obviously they were inspired by Dawn of the Dead
Yeah.
and the best of the zombie movies, and I think they made something that was, just as good, if maybe not as groundbreaking, as Dawn of the Dead, obviously, because it got there first. That's the only
Right.
reason. But this was, it's funny too. And, anything that has Nick Frost in it is okay with me.
He was
I
good
have
in
a big crush on him.
that's funny. He was good in Attack the Block. He was really good in that. Did you ever see that?
No, I haven't seen that one.
Oh my God. Oh, we're gonna have to add that to the list. We gotta see that. But yeah, I the Edgar Wright directed this as well as Hot Fuzz and The World's End, which if you guys haven't seen that, we'll have to add that one as well because that's a great movie. And he also did Last Night in Soho, which I have not seen. But this was sort of part of he did a trilogy. It's called the Three Flavors Cornetto is what it's called. So the movies aren't related except there's I didn't write it down, but I think that it's like a frozen treat or something, a dessert called a cornetto. And you see a wrapper of it in each of these movies, and somehow that ties them all
Alright,
together.
Oh, okay.
gotcha.
Um, but Edgar Wright wrote this with Simon Pegg, and they had both created a show called Spaced, which sort of laid the
That's where it
groundwork.
comes from.
Yeah, it's kind of because in Spaced, he's kind of like a slacker dude, and he moves in with his girlfriend, and that was a really funny show.
Yeah, I guess he in that show, there's a scene where he, has a dream, a nightmare of a zombie apocalypse,
That's right. Yeah.
and the scene was really funny, and that's what spawned the movie.
Yeah. Yeah. I love this. I love the whole sequence where they bump into the other people that are surviving, like his ex-girlfriend there, and they all look like them.
Yeah.
You've got Martin Freeman as Declan, and he's supposed to be,
Yeah,
Sean
Martin
opposite.
Freeman was in this
Yeah.
really short bit, yep.
And they all and even like the what's his name? The Nick Frost character, his version is in the back looking at his phone too.
I loved all the call outs to other zombie movies, like all the dialogue
We're
where
coming
he,
to get you, Barbara.
yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I live for those moments.
Yeah. Simon Pegg, what else can you say? But well, what can you say about it that hasn't been said? I mean, this guy's awesome. Him and George Romero loved this movie so much that he gave Simon Pegg and Nick Frost cameos in Land of the Dead. There's a sequence where
Really?
I think there's zombies chained to a wall,
I
and
remember, yeah.
yeah. And of course, he played Scotty in the Star Trek movies, and he's been in Mission Impossible since not the first one, but oh, was he in the first one? He may have been.
I don't know for the first one, but he's
No,
been.
maybe not. No, I don't think he was in the first one. Um, and then Bill Nighy, of course, was Philip. I love him. He's been in
Yes.
tons of stuff. His voice is so recognizable. In fact, his voice is heard in The World's End, which The World's End. Have you seen that, Bill?
No, I don't think I have.
Have you seen that, Owen?
The Pirates of the Caribbean.
No, no, The World's End with Simon Pegg and Nick Frost.
Oh, no.
It's basically
No.
these dudes when they were younger, like college age, they did a pub crawl, but for whatever reason they never finished it. And then
For
years
some reason,
later,
I think I did see that
yeah,
actually.
years later, it came out around the same time as that Franco End of the World movie too. But they get back together again and they try to recreate the pub crawl so they can finish it because they've all gone on and been successful, except for Simon Pegg's character who did nothing with his life. And it's just and then there's this whole alien invasion that goes on, and it's really funny. They try to, they're gonna finish this
This
pub crawl
pub
no
crawl,
matter what.
hella high water.
Yeah,
Yes.
That seems to be a theme.
yeah,
Continuing to go to the pub even though the world has ended.
Right,
right.
right.
That's the focus of their world over in England, I think, right?
Yes.
The pub. So it's like the social center. But then
Yeah.
Penelope Wilton played Sean's mother, Barbara. We're coming to get you, Barbara. She's probably best known as she was former Prime Minister Harriet Jones in Doctor Who, if anybody watches that.
They
Uh,
they do get a bit bitey.
yeah.
Yeah, they do, don't they?
Her reactions to the whole thing, that's how my mother would be during the zombie apocalypse. Oh, that's nice, dear. Oh man. All right, so let me get out the graphics here. But the one thing I wanted to bring up too, that I love about this movie is that it's the hero's journey. It's Simon Pegg is this Sean is this slacker. He's not really a slacker, but his life is going nowhere. And he becomes the hero in it,
Right.
through no fault of his own. I love
I
that.
was just gonna say, no fault of his own. Like he makes mistakes, gets lucky, a
Yeah.
little of both. He makes the right choice and a little bit of luck. You know.
Like he's trying to be cool and he's like, I want to lead the way, and he jumps over the fence, but the fence collapses under him.
Right. Uh, I like when
Uh,
he turns the light on in the back of the pub.
yeah.
When he's in the back getting stuff and it's dark and he turns the light on and you see what's at the door.
Right.
That's a
Yeah.
classic, like not only comedic, but also like that's a scary moment. Like
Right.
that's a horror movie moment.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
gives a great reaction there too. He's like, "Oh shit."
Like just almost pretend it didn't happen.
Right.
All right.
All right. So here is there's not a lot of these because this is more recent film. Um, but here we go. Here's our little ad. They still
Definitely.
had ads. And this is Columbus Day weekend. Oh, this is the El Paso Times. You have to go to El Paso to find anything.
The Forgotten.
The Forgotten, is that
I
the
know.
Forgotten?
No.
The one with the 30 names?
That kept coming up, and I was like, wait a minute, that's weird.
You remember that, The Forgotten, don't you?
Uh,
Vaguely.
It
Is
looks
it
like what's her name?
Julianne Moore?
Yes.
Julianne Moore, yeah. It's the one where everyone keeps telling her she never had a son.
That's right. Yes.
Oh, really? I thought that was more recent than
No. She's like, something happened. Her son gets
Get on a
kidnapped or
plane?
something. And no, that's the Jodie Foster movie.
Okay, that's the one I'm thinking
No,
Right.
of.
this woman's son disappears, and then like people start telling her she never had a son,
Right.
Yeah.
and she's like, "What are you telling me?" Like people are like, he's being
They
erased.
gaslight the shit out of her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or is she going crazy? I didn't notice this to the left when I first grabbed this, but there's a Bite Curse Asylum, just another day on General Hospital.
Of course. You read that article first, didn't you?
No, I just noticed it now. There's all the ones that I watch now. I write about them. I get paid to watch them. So Let's see. What do we got here? So I guess that was it for the ads. Oh, Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow. I love that movie. I know it's not the greatest, but it just really hit that, uh movie serial thing for me, the chord. Oh, here we go. Shaun of the Dead's playing there. Without a Paddle. Is that the sequel to Up the Creek?
I guess. I don't remember.
Haha.
Hillary Duff, raise your voice. Who cares? Oh, here we go. Box office. So there weren't a lot of ads for it, but Shark Tale was the first one. Friday Night Lights, Ladder 49, Taxi,
Hmm.
The Forgotten, The Forgotten again. Raise your
Good.
voice. I haven't heard of half of these movies. I mean, I've heard
I
of
would
Friday
actually
Night Lights.
put
I haven't seen any.
I mean, I put Shaun of the Dead as probably the second best movie on that whole list.
Yeah. And I put
What's the
Sky
first
Captain.
one?
Sky
Probably
Captain.
Friday Night Lights.
Oh, that's funny. Resident Evil Apocalypse. Pork Lips. So yeah, here's a whole bunch. So you really got to kind of dig for them. Oh, there it is right there in the center. It's Shaun of the Dead playing with the Forgotten. How ironic is that? That's so bizarre. I thought there was an ad that had the movie Cellular on it too, because I know Cellular's
I
here.
see it
Oh,
in
this is
there.
Boston. Yeah, I know, but I thought there was a visual ad. I mean, it wasn't that nothing to write home about, but um Hero is which one is that the one about the guy that landed the plane?
Yes, Hero had something to do with the plane. You're right.
Tom Hanks, right?
Did
No, maybe not.
no Hoffman? Maybe no Hero. Was it
Oh,
Dustin?
Dustin Hoffman. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't remember now.
it was a bad. It wasn't a good. It didn't get received well.
Garden State. All right, let's see.
Napoleon Dynamite.
That's a great movie. Dude, give me your thoughts. Spider-Man 2, Shrek 2, Harry Potter and Prisoner of Azkaban.
Cellular. I remember that movie.
Yeah.
Collateral. I remember that as well.
That was Denzel, right?
No, Collateral was Jamie Foxx
Oh,
and
yes.
Tom Cruise, right?
I don't I don't know. Born Supremacy. I'm gonna have to look that up. All right. Oh, here we go. There was one with cellular. But I was just thinking when I saw this ad, it just reminded me because I'm looking at it, and this is what, 2007? Because I got my first cell phone in 2000, and that was a big deal.
What?
But here's the Shaun of the Dead. Shaun is the year's funniest and scariest movie. Yeah, it had some good jump scares in that movie.
Hmm.
Oh, good.
I thought there was some scary stuff in Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was.
So the guy who plays his brother, I forgot to mention. Oh, and that's all the ads I have. He played the Tick. If you guys have probably never seen it, but it was the
Yeah.
Amazon did a couple of years ago did a show, and he played the Tick
Yes.
in it. He was hilarious in that. All right, so
That's
you
a
said
screen credit to have the tick.
I know. All right, I'm gonna look at what you sent me here.
Oh, I
And
sent you those missing ads for Don't Look in the Basement.
oh, cool. All right. Um, I'll download
You
them
don't have
though.
to show them if you don't want to.
It's fine. I don't I hope they're downloading. That's weird. I can't tell if they're downloading, so I have to check. Oh yeah, I downloaded the same one several times. All right, so we'll come back to that. Let's just finish up what we were talking about here with Shaun of the Dead. Yeah, it was inspired by his spaced episode. Um he's they're credited with revitalizing the zombie subgenre in the 2000s. This was critically universally acclaimed across the board as one of the best horror comedies. Um And yeah, like I said, yeah, Simon Pegg going from schlub to savior. I love that.
Yeah. It's like Zombieland, which is, a good
Yes.
movie. But Zombieland doesn't exist probably without this movie.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
probably true. Yeah.
yeah.
I know I covered it once, but I think it was on another show. But have you guys ever seen Juan of the Dead?
Yeah, I
No.
yes, for some reason I know that.
It's a
I
Puerto
know that
Rican
movie.
film,
Where
and
the hell did I see it?
it's Dawn of the Dead, but it's like it's hilarious. It's absolutely
Yes,
like
it, and it's like a hapless like Mexican, Puerto Rican named Juan, right, or
yeah,
something.
yeah,
Yeah,
and there's maybe it's Cuban. I could be wrong. Yeah, it's not Puerto Rican. I'm sorry, it's Cuban. And the guy, like one of the group is this huge muscular dude, but he's terrified at the sight of blood and he passes out, so he has to walk through the movie
yeah,
with a
yeah.
blindfold.
Like the toughest guy in the world, but all you have to do is like show him a drop of blood, and he's useless.
We'll have to put that on our list because that's really funny.
Yeah.
Um, all right, so is there anything else we want to say before we do our closing thoughts? Nope.
No, I'm ready for closing thoughts, I guess.
All right. Well, I'll give mine first. What can I say? Except you have to see this movie. I think it's fantastic on so many levels. Like we said, there's so many details in the background. The whole zombie apocalypse is unfolding, and he's completely oblivious to it because he's caught up in his own stupid problems. And it takes the world coming to an end for him to kind of man up and wise up and realize, get his priorities straight. I recommend this movie. I also recommend his other two movies, The World's End and Hot Fuzz. Definitely a good trilogy to, have on a rainy or snowy night or something. All right, Bill, why don't you go next?
That's good. These movies work because this is how I feel about the zombie genre. It gets really boring because I don't know if you guys watch the show The Walking Dead.
I
If
used
if
to.
if you were big, yeah, see, you bailed at some point, didn't you?
Yeah.
How
I
about
think the
you,
last thing
Owen?
I saw, Negan went into a snowstorm trying to save somebody's life, and then that was last we saw him.
What about you, Owen? Were you are
Oh,
you a
I
Walking Dead?
think it was season 4. I was like, it was so bad. Season 2 or 4 weren't good, and
Yeah.
I lost interest. Yeah.
I just bailed on it because I was like, you know what? I hate this because they would bring people on and they didn't even give them dignified death scenes. They'd be like talking and an arrow would erupt from their eye or something, like someone shot them from behind. And I just got tired of that. I'm like, man, I'm like, life is depressing enough. I don't have to watch a TV show where I'm getting invested in these characters and all of a sudden they're like randomly murdered and by, other human beings. It wasn't even the zombies that were really the enemies anymore. And
Right,
after
right.
that
Right.
whole,
It's all
they made
human.
it just like reveled in cruelty and sadism. And there was that whole scene, that whole they left the cliffhanger about who did Negan beat to death. That was when I bailed on the show. Like I watched the comeback episode and they kept teasing it out and teasing it out, and I was like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like I just want this to be over. Like you've made me live with this execution for 6 months.
6 months.
I
Right.
fucking hate you people, and I just stopped watching it.
Oh my
But
God.
Shaun of the Dead, there was a point in that. Shaun of the Dead sort of like made that fun because it takes place right when it happens. That's the only time a zombie story is really interesting, is you have to see before it happens and then the characters are
Wow, it happened.
experiencing it for the first time. Because if you
Yeah.
go too far into, even Romero lost his way with that. He was like Land of the Dead, Diary of the Dead, Survival of the Dead. I mean, I don't know. I'm not really all that interested in those movies. Like the good shit is where it's just happening, like night and dawn. And that's what we want to see. The breakdown when it happens.
Right.
And Shaun of the Dead delivers that. And it has that blockbustery feel good resolution to the plot. 'Cause in the end, it's really a love story between Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. They get to live happily ever
I
after.
know. It was a shocking ending, that's for sure, in some ways.
That's funny. Um,
Unique.
so Owen, was that you giving your final thoughts?
No, he just did, but now I
Okay.
can,
Yeah. Okay.
if he's done.
I'm done. Yeah, go ahead.
Uh, yeah, it was, it's a great movie. It's a great movie. It's perfect actually for for a getting someone into the genre, you know. But no, but what I loved about it was like there was such a parallel that if you don't notice that whether it was his normal life before the zombie stuff or after it, they were really trying to subtly make the parallel point that a lot of us live our lives like zombies, even if we're not
Yeah.
zombies. You know, we're just mindlessly walking through our daily routine. And I love that clip of him waking up and just going to the corner store, walking past, his neighbors and stuff. Before the zombie thing, and then he does it after, and it's exactly the same.
Right.
But yet now, he doesn't even notice that there's like a smashed windshield and a couple zombies walking past him. There's
Right.
nobody in the store, and he just like leaves his change, like whatever. Here's the money. I'm on it. It's just like a good, just explains so well how we all are kind of mindless and zombies in ourselves.
Well,
You
even
know,
Aiden was when they showed the people and everybody looked like they were zombies. He was like, "Wait a minute, are they already zombies?"
right, right. So, but yeah, just the classic movie, great movie. Unlike Zombieland 2, like um, Bill was saying,
Oops.
it had a unique ending. Like, and it, it showed you before and after. Zombieland didn't have much of a before.
Right.
It started right away. There's apocalypses that had already kind of happened. Um, this just showed you both aspects of it and the heroes coming together, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's a great story. It's a great story.
The
It's well written.
Zombieland's the one that I always think of. I always think of the double tap because
Yes, yeah, that's a great line.
I used that in one of my articles. There was a character on General Hospital that got shot twice, and I'm like, "Yep, they gave him the double tap."
Mine is I hate coconut, not the taste, but the texture. The snowballs. He didn't like the snowballs. He wanted the fucking Twinkies.
Right. Yeah. That's funny. So Shaun of the Dead. All right, so now we're gonna do. Bill sent me these ones from Don't Go Into the Basement or Don't Look in the Basement.
Don't look in
Is
the
this
basement.
is this one of them, Bill? Because I
No,
okay, because he kept making me download a bunch of your. Why is it not making advancing? Oh, here we go. All right, I'm gonna go backwards. Here we go. The
there we
snake.
go.
The
So
Here
yeah,
we go.
this
snake
was the only theater where they showed it as the snake pit.
makes no
Okay.
sense. There's not one snake in that movie.
Well, it's a reference to an older film starring Olivia de Havilland called The Snake Pit, which took place in a mental institution.
Oh, okay. And then there's Axeman again.
There's The Forgotten. Yeah, this was a similar ad campaign, but this was the original release of the film. I think the company that put it out was Global or Cinemagic,
Uh,
something like that. They got a
You will
hold of
never
Cineglobe.
forget the forgotten
Cineglobe.
until
Thank
we
you.
change the name 30 times.
Yeah.
I know.
Uh, and the other movies on the program, Folks at Red Wolf Inn, one of my favorites,
Yep.
aka Terror House,
We have to
uh,
do that one.
and The Next Victim, which is The Strange Vice of Mrs. Ward, starring
Oh,
Edwidge Fenech.
huh. Don't waste any prayers on the victims. They're already dead. That's funny. Okay. And then, oh, yeah, there's what's his name?
With Sam.
You will never forget the forgotten.
There you will.
And then that's a good poster. It captures everybody there, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Beyond Help. Oh, nice.
Beyond Help
Yeah.
with Vanishing Point. Wow.
Newport Drive-In. Is this Rhode Island?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Sure is.
Makers of Last House on the left. And then,
Vanishing Point is just stunning. I love the car in it.
yeah, that's an amazing movie.
And the homage that Tarantino did to it with
Death Proof.
Death Proof. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, The Vanishing is just insane. I love that movie. All right. So
Yeah.
that is all we have tonight, folks. But we've got some good picks for next time. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. We'll have that, trying to get that out soon. And I apologize to the folks at home. Sometimes I don't end up doing the invite for Facebook until the very last minute. And it's like, I'm telling you, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I had it in my phone to tell these guys what we were doing. And we had all pitched in and figured out what we were going to do. And then I still didn't make it official until what, like 2 weeks ago. And then I just sent out the invites like 3 days ago. I'm like, oh my God.
Well, we
So.
knew.
Yeah. So, Bill, once again, why don't you tell the folks at home where they can find you online?
Groovy Doom on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Etsy, where you can purchase the fanzine Drive-In Asylum. You just missed my Halloween fanzine called Haunt. And Rigor, did you get your copy of Haunt?
I did. I did. I loved it.
Good.
Thank you.
So that'll be back in print next year. But there's a new issue of Drive-In Asylum coming out one of these days. That's my next project to get across the finish line. Issue number 27 of Drive-In Asylum. This is our 10th year of being in print. Print
Wow.
only fanzine dedicated to horror exploitation films, especially from the golden era, the 60s, 70s, and early 80s. Check
Yeah.
it out.
Yeah. I highly recommend it. You'll be pouring through it from beginning to end like I do with all kinds of ads and stuff. So, yeah, folks, you can find me at havenpodcasts.com. You can also find me at Soap Central, Soap Hub, and now collider.com. So check it out there. I will have more content coming out after the first of the year. We moved last year, and I've had several projects I've been working on, which I will unveil eventually. Um, so yeah, so that's it. Thanks for joining us, folks, and we will see you again next time.
Stay golden, Pony.